So, it was the 21st day of Alteriac when you guys adventured last. You explored the Lost City, this being the Lost City here. There we go. Okay, so that's the Lost City, the Necropolis. Then, let's see, you fought representatives of the Arcane Brotherhood. You killed Avarice, the wizard that you met early on in Seer Dinaval. She was the one with the two gargoyles and the Staff of Frost. Valine showed back up alongside her, but you drove Valine away. Previously, in your explorations of the city, you found a museum. And in that museum, there was a basement where there was crates of Astorian artifacts. Those are artifacts from ancient giant culture, like to the tune of 30,000 years ago. In the top floor, you found a preserved Faerim, which is a gigantic monstrosity that sucks away magic and was kind of the downfall of Netheril. And in the ceiling was a depiction of a powerful mage. Below that were 8 large portraits with the following plaques. You can read those, of 8 other mages. You found the remaining inscriptions. So, here's a sum total of all the inscriptions you found. 8 in total. And you also discover what the last inscription said. The one that says, 8th, stand firm in thy circle of death and consume. You use the Tower of Divination and nearly lost an eye. Aaron did it and almost had an eye plucked out, but it divined that the word was poison. Let's see, you have previously found a cursed crown, which you still have. You previously found a 60-foot tall obelisk of black stone, this one over here. And description of that is... its surface is covered in arcane ruins. There's a thin crack that's formed on one side of it, which stretches from its base to its middle. The ruins represent all 8 schools of magic, and you also identified ruins relating to chronomancy, the art of magically manipulating time. You each previously drank from a goblet encrusted or embedded with 8 colored crystals, and this is what you got from that. I don't have Dawson on there. Dawson, you got, look back at my notes, the ability to cast Dancing Lights cantrip at will.
Has that faded with like a long rest or anything?
No, it has
These
not.
abilities? Okay.
Nope. So that's where you're at. You've got all 8 inscriptions, you believe. You had just got the last one here in this arboretum of sorts where you tricked the Nether Oak, and Avanthy took a stick from the Nether Oak. And then you fought the Arcane Brotherhood, and then you found a abandoned building to rest in, and now you're just waking up from your long rest. So let's do some quick character intros. Just update people on what changed with your character since last time you played. And go ahead, Dave. You might be muted, Dave.
Yeah, Dawson started out as a cloistered scholar studying various topics. And his wife disappeared under mysterious circumstances, and he traced her path up north. And along the way, he's been learning magic, and he's still finding clues as to somehow she might have been lost in this city, or at least the tunnels above. So he's hoping to find that and maybe straighten out this business with the Frostmaiden.
Then we have Avanthy. Go ahead.
Sure. Avanthy is a soul knife rogue. Just advanced to level 10. She's a spring eladrin who grew up in the Feywild and is in the Icewind Dale area at all because she thinks some of the memories that she sees during her trances from past lives have relevant information. So she's just trying to wait around for more of those memories to point her in the right direction while she's up here. But being in Icewind Dale has taken a toll on her mentally, and she is not in a very strong mental state anymore.
What did she take for her ASI at level 10?
Dexterity.
Dexterity, okay. I'm going to update your token real quick to make sure it matches that. While I'm doing that, let's go on with next in line Spore, or Pruin. He's not here though, probably. Nope, let's do Spore.
All right. Good evening. Sport is yet again and always will be a pastry chef possessed by a colony of spores. So I think she's getting back into that a little bit. Still hating that she took that left turn and went north instead of south, hating the cold. But interesting development. Last session, she picked up an apprentice in the form of a zombie. So she's looking forward to passing on her pastry skills.
And last but not least, Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
Tony leveled up to Fighter 11. He is a rune knight, so he's able to manipulate fates and help protect people. He's also a lover of dogs, trying to reclaim his taken dog Fido. And the only thing he has to remember is his satchel of dog treats that heal people like a considerable amount.
Okay. So it's considered dawn here. You guys, with your blessing of the dawn, get 10 temporary hit points, and discuss among yourselves what you want to do next.
Do we have a hint as to what to do with these 8 clues? It does seem to correspond to those 8 bits on the obelisk, but
One thing
point,
you
I don't know.
you have to get past is there's some sort of force field around that central citadel. You haven't even approached it yet to see what it is made out of, though.
Well, that seems like a good start then.
All right. So when you get close to this force field around the main central spire, the citadel's enormous. It's like 1,200 feet tall. So this is an enormous ice cave you guys are in. And the force field. There's a couple of powerful magical effects here. There's many magical effects. Dawson, you are brought up to speed on a thing called the Arcane Blight that the party is starting to suffer from. Spending any amount of time here seems like it causes symptoms in which you start to gain mistrust. You start to gain myopia, where your vision starts to get reduced. You think the natural end progression of it might be that you would end up anothic, like the ones you see around the city. They may have been formerly mages. So you have that to worry about. There's also a powerful enchantment that stabilizes gravity here. You know, even though you're walking on this pretty heavily tilted necropolis, gravity still seems to point down to the plane of the necropolis, not straight down. So you got that. And then the force field that's surrounding the thing. You get close to it, and I think you were here to see the Mythalar before. So,
yes.
Yeah. So you got close enough to see the Mythalar. But the whole tower is encased, and so is the Mythalar, in some sort of, you would say it's similar to a wall of force, akin to a wall of force. It's invisible, although there is frost kind of coating part of it so you can see it. And you haven't tried any magic to try and bring it down. There is like an arching walkway that looks like it would go up to the citadel, and that is right over here. So you could go and explore that and see if that gets you away around the force field. Otherwise, it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I like that idea. Any other thoughts?
Definitely, we didn't even really spend any time looking even through the buildings around that area either.
Correct.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Correct. You see two buildings that have some interest. You can, of course, explore all of the buildings that you want to explore, but two particular ones stand out. One is the gateway to that spire. An arching strut of dark stone rises from the ruined district to a junction high up on the central citadel. A gate engraved with arcane sigils of the 8 schools of magic is set into the base of the strut. It has a force field around it as well. So this force field seems to encase the bottom of the citadel as well as the bottom of the spire, and you don't know how high it might go. The other building,
So we can't get in there without disabling the force field somehow.
Seems that way.
Right.
Okay.
The other building of note is the one with that little red glow coming out of it, and that is a prison. A portcullis sits askew in the 40-foot wide, 30-foot tall archway that serves as the only entrance into the place. Inside, you see a maze of cell-lined corridors filling the building. All the doors are made of iron, with small barred windows set into them at eye level. You see, just peeking through a couple, the frozen bodies of some long-dead prisoners.
Well, I'd like to go in there and investigate the bodies.
Okay.
That
Avanthy
long
would
dead? You mean like 30,000 years dead?
The city, you think, is maybe 3,000 years old? Not even that. Like 2,000 years old?
Oh, yeah, since
Yeah.
it fell.
Since it fell.
Okay.
It was collecting artifacts of the giant empires, which are even older than it. Yeah. So the people in there look to be of the same time period as the city, just frozen in stasis all these millennia.
And I guess they wouldn't. There's no like guards room or anything like that, or
Let's see.
or a place where they might have taken away the people's personal effects.
So with a little bit of a searching through the building, you do find something odd. You don't find anything like that, no guard room or anything, but you find peering through the gap in a collapsed wall, you see a 15-foot square infirmary in disarray, with an operating table in the middle of the room. Leather straps extend from one side of the table into the air above its surface and fasten to the other side. The shape suggests that something or someone invisible is lashed to the table.
Ooh.
That's unpleasant.
So is there like this is Spore. Is there any dirt or anything on the ground? Anything I could scoop or we
Sure.
could scoop up into our hands?
Sure, yeah, you can find something.
Yeah, so I will cast Mage Hand, because why not? And take that and kind of move it over this what I suspect is an invisible body and sprinkle it on and see if I get or if we get any kind of idea of what's actually strapped down.
Like shape.
Yeah. A shape seems to kind of take form of a pretty thin humanoid, probably human. It's about all you can make out of it. Pretty thin human, full grown, full grown human, male. It looks like.
Does it seem to have shifted in any way because the debris or sand or whatever was placed on it? Like, did it react to that
No,
sensation?
it stays deathly still.
This always ends well. I feel like everything that's happened poorly to me lately is because of Mage Hand. Can I poke it in the ear? The Mage Hand?
Yeah. So it definitely, the hand hits something, but there is no reaction from what it hits.
All right. So I'll just tell everybody else there's a 3,000-year-old cadaver. Do we want to go and investigate? Can we get through the crack?
Yeah, you can kind of pull some stones down out of the way and clamber through.
Do we want to vote on whether we want to go in?
Well,
I'm saying this. I literally have like one put in there. I'm looking at everybody.
He's already walking in.
better to have knowledge of it than not, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
So a really
So
thorough examination of the thing gives you the feeling that there is something there. It is invisible. You don't get the sense that it's dead, and you can't really affect it. It like takes up space in that you can't push through it, but nothing you do affects it. Like if you like try to cut it a little bit, it's impervious to it.
is it like somebody trapped their unseen servant on a operating table?
Yeah, not unlike that.
Okay. Is there like implements or saw? Like, what were they doing to? If it's strapped to the table, were they doing surgery? Does it look like?
It's an operating table. The room is the equipment and such isn't gathered around the table, so it's kind of in its old position. It looked like they had just had it strapped down here for some reason.
Well, I'm thinking maybe leave it alone until something else comes to light that might require us to come back.
Exactly. I mean, or we could just unstrap it and see what happens, but I'm sure that'll end phenomenally. So despite my interest in new things, I'll leave the unseen servant Bob still laying on the table.
Okay, and then with the rest of your search of the place, you find nothing else in here.
All right. Shall we go try to make, like, perform these rituals in front of the gate spire thing?
The gate spire or the obelisk?
That's a good question.
Because we can't go up here, right? Is that where the force field is?
It is around the base of the main citadel, like in this area. It is also around the base of this spire.
Okay.
And the spire seems to contain like a stairway up to the citadel.
Is this also a stairway here far east?
It turns out it's not. No, and it's within the actual shielding. This place by the stairs that go up, it contains a doorway. Let's see here. A gate engraved with the arcane sigils of the 8 schools of magic set into the base of the strut. You can see beyond the strut's hollow, and seems to enclose a steep passageway.
And there's no breaks or anything in there that would let us go in at a higher elevation, right?
Nope, there are not.
Like holes or something.
Do you know what School Magic Mage Hand is? I still have it up.
Conjuration, I believe.
Conjuration?
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what the symbol of the School of Conjuration looks like?
You do.
As a pastry chef? Okay.
Well,
I will go
Avanthy gives you some tutoring.
That's right. So I can I try to manipulate the mage hand to go grab that symbol or be in that symbol's space or be co-located with it to see if there's any reaction?
You do, and
like,
there's
does it
no
light
reaction.
up?
Yeah, no reaction.
I think that we have to
do all the
follow
things.
the rules. And I don't know if we have to do them in this order.
Well, I noticed that each one of these 8 things corresponds to what seems like a shield, a spell, or a cantrip.
Okay.
So
we have to go back and drink
and
the
then
thing.
Summon a flame in the palm of your hand. Is that prestidigitation?
Should we drink from that? Oh, I don't know if
Tongs?
how much that chalice still had in it. Do it.
We have the chalice?
You have it with you, and there's nothing in it. Perhaps if you took it back to its original location, something might happen.
Whoa.
You have the wand of the Nether Oak in your possession.
Yeah. Shield die heart. I touch it to my heart.
Okay. The symbol for abjuration lights up.
All right.
Anybody got the flame one?
Abjuration.
I mean, Josh has Sacred Flame, just as a cleric.
Or would it more be like a produce flame?
It might be just produce flame or prestidigitation.
Yeah. Keep forgetting Sacred Flame is an actual fire. Maybe.
Looks a secret from another. Passion of death. Consume poison. Gee, cricket.
I mean, I don't know if it counts, but I'll what do I got? I got like a tinder box that can put, just some wood in my hand and light it on fire.
Do you do that?
Yes.
And then the next one lights up.
Really?
Oh,
Something
thank
very
goodness.
literal.
Something of
It's very
flame.
generous.
I've
Tell
been
us this-
studying magic, but I can't do it. So.
Why don't you tell us the secret?
Trying to remember where that one came from. Let's see. Second, summon the flame.
Oh, you're still holding that, aren't you?
When I was 25, my parents threatened to disown me. Does that
I'll
count?
look over.
You're
I've
still
never
doing
told
third.
anybody that.
Shed
Third.
a secret about yourself for all to hear. Okay, let's see. Okay, so first of all, let me back up to the summoning the flame. When you do that, conjuration lights up. And then when you shed the secret, the third item. When you shed the secret, sorry. Ooh. Divination lights up.
All
Now
right,
you-
ask me a secret.
What's your secret?
I'm not really a pastry chef. And then there's got to be ice around us. Is there ice? Does something else light up?
Yeah.
right.
Let's see. This time,
Oh.
the one that lights up is
Sorry, did I?
enchantment. Hey, Josh. Okay, so
Hey.
we are partway through going through getting into the Central Citadel. They've done the first 4 secrets so far.
Is there ice around us?
Quench the flame in thy hand with the ice. There is plenty of ice around you. Yes.
Pick up ice and take it over and put out the fire with the block of ice or whatever ice I can grab.
I'm gonna have to relight it because I didn't want it to burn my hand. But I do that real quick.
Oh, all right.
Then
So just taking more burning damage. Like,
Ow!
what kind of cult is this?
when you
Right,
do that, the one that lights up is evocation.
Show thy face to the sky. Can anybody have minor illusion?
Was it one of the ones from the chalice?
What is it? One of the ones?
I mean, we could go back to check real quick.
I feel like it goes out if we don't do it. Cast Mage Hand, cast Friends, cast Dancing Lights. What if does Dancing Lights have to be on somebody, or does it?
No, it just goes in space, but I'm not seeing that. Well,
I mean, maybe if you made it look like stars.
I'm gonna look up.
Well, I feel like if we take your face, or maybe I'm just being a little literal here, but if we cast an image of your face in the sky, would that not kind of?
So when you show your face to the sky, Dawson, nothing happens.
I
Okay,
was gonna say if that works.
that's really generous.
Hmm. No spells or anything.
I don't know. Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know if it relates, but there was that one tower that we had to flee kind of quickly that had a telescope at the top of it. But I thought it was huge. Is that correct, Tom?
That's correct.
Like,
Yeah, that
immovable?
telescope was enormous. Yeah, you couldn't move it.
Oh, with the crazy thing that almost ate you.
Yeah.
Face to the sky. It's show thy face to the sky.
Show that face to the sky, yeah.
So it's we somehow need to, I think, be able to see the sky.
Oh, wait, let me see. Let me try one thing. I will. Do I have my boots? I will levitate and see.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Problem, I think, is we're underground.
Well, as you guys are conjecturing of what it might be, remember, when you left that tower, you heard faint laughter.
Do we have to go back there? We don't want to go back there. That place is horrible.
Or maybe it's a trick, and that's not what it is.
Like maybe they erased the inscription.
Pruin covers his face.
Illusion lights up.
Oh,
Clever. And also, I hate that tower. Evil. They are. Can we burn a little bit of your zombie spore?
Yeah. I call my zombie over. Is there any pieces of what was her name again? Is any? It's probably cold down there, so nothing's rotting off.
Avarice.
Is there any? Yeah. Let me see here. What do I have? So I don't have a knife. Can we carve off an ear? Does anybody have a knife?
I have 4 daggers.
Okay, can I borrow one just for a second?
Yeah, here you go. I'll flip one over to
This
you.
is a zombie, so this is not an evil act, and this is for the team. So I'm just gonna carve off one of her ears, and then put it on the ground. And then, do you have that tinderbox still? You probably have nothing left. I have my own tinderbox, so I'll light that and get it going. The ear of the lady. And then I'll stomp it out when it gets to ashes. It seems like a really elaborate thing. You guys can take a long rest while I'm doing it. And then I'll draw a circle with the ashes from my zombie's ear.
Okay. When you draw the circle, necromancy lights up.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Does anybody have any? What is this? Does anybody have any poison?
Do I? I'm looking.
It sounds like a
Got a
rope
lot
thing.
of stuff in my backpack, but I'm worried that none of it's poison.
Well, before the Druid Circle of Spores used to be poison until it became necrotic damage. But a potion of greater healing.
Do you think?
Did we see poison anywhere? Remember in our...
As a druid, do you have any way of making poison?
No.
Or as a rogue, do you have any way of making poison? Either of you have like alchemist
Right.
proficiency?
Oh, I do. I do have... So could I take the other ear from my zombie and make poison?
Make some zombie poison, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take the other ear, use my alchemist supplies and my herbalism kit together, and my cantrip of shape water, and create poison.
All right. And actually, there were some poison plants too. You remember in the Arboretum, so you guys can rush back there real quick and grab some if you don't have everything you need. And stand in the circle and consume it. It's just a little poisonous, so you'll be all right. And the last glyph lights up, and the force field is still there, but with the glyphs lighting up, you feel like you could pass through it.
Nice.
Okay. So that is the most elaborate lock ever. Like every time you come back home with the groceries, you have to go through all that whole process.
You gotta walk around the whole city.
Kids are screaming, All right. So did this force just this force field go down, or the
No,
one
the
that's
force
around?
field is still up, but bathed in the light
Oh,
of
okay.
those glyphs, you think you might be able to pass through it. You haven't tried yet, but you think you have a chance.
Okay. I'll pass my zombie through first.
Your zombie goes right through.
Okay. Must be safe.
It is.
And then I'll go.
So,
trot along after.
Famous last words.
Well done, us.
so through.
Yeah.
Well done. Through the door, you enter into the strut. It's hollow, encloses a steep passage, and as soon as you step inside, you can feel your weight or maybe buoyancy become neutral, and you can push yourself up the spire just as if you were levitating.
Oh. Can we mentally control it? Can we
Yeah, it
Oh.
actually is some sort of magical elevator. You don't when you stop trying to force it, you can just will yourself to go up.
Is there a magic bubble gum that's necessary?
Nope. Before you guys ascend to the top, do you want to cast any spells like mage armor or aid or anything? It's a new day.
I would cast aid on Spore, Tony, and myself.
All right. Each of you can increase your maximum hit points by 5 and your current hit points by 5.
I would like to cast Friends on Pruin via the cantrip.
Go ahead. I don't have a macro button for it. Sorry. Bruin, make a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Pruin, buddy old pal.
You may or may not be affected. You're not sure.
Why?
Why is Tony casting friends on me?
I don't know.
Just see what would work.
Okay. The top of the spire.
Cast charm person on Tony. Use all my charges today.
Near the apex of the strut, the ceiling of the tunnel, and you guys are 500 feet or more in the air now. The ceiling of the tunnel gives way to a landing that offers. So you're looking. Let's see here. Here's where you're at, and the ceiling is kind of given away, and there's a landing, and there's a door kind of hidden back there that you can't quite see in that picture, but it offers a view of the citadel's uppermost reaches. Light from a high window illuminates a set of steps that ascend to a pair of mahogany doors in the tower's face. I'll drag you guys down to a map here. Dawson, do you have Oliver resummoned?
I do, yes.
I have him there if you need him. Okay. I'll assume he is in his extra dimensional pocket unless you pull him out and do the map.
Okay.
At which point I will kill him. No, I'm sorry. I meant at which point he'll be in danger.
Yikes.
Alright, so you guys are down here right now. Let's see, there's a pair of mahogany doors up ahead. To the right, overlooking this passageway, is a arrow slit. And standing in the arrow slit is a bluish green skinned man. You've seen these before. Who is looking down over the steps that lead up to the door. And he telepathically tells the person in front, which I'll assume for now is Tony, that you must leave the area, he says.
Well, guys, says we gotta go in, of course.
Yeah, we certainly earned the right to be here.
So when you don't follow his wishes, roll initiative.
Cast friends on that guy. Oops, I'm sorry.
We'll have your zombie go right after you, Spore.
Mercy.
First to act is Avanthy. So this guy is up above by about, let's see, that arrow slit is about 20 feet above the steps. And he's got
I'm sorry.
pretty good cover, about 3/4 cover up there, but you can still get a shot at him if you want. And he is telepathically burrowing into Tony's mind. Tony warns you, he's attacking me.
Oh gosh. Well, let's certainly attempt to disrupt that. Well, I'll attack him psychically.
All right.
23 to hit.
23 hits, even through that extreme cover that he has, doing 10 points of psychic to him. That seems to hurt him.
And I guess might as well do offhand.
27 also hits for 7 more. With your second blade.
Stop that! Stop it! Somebody help us for once!
He staggers back for a second from the 2 blows, but then resolves himself, stands forward, and lashes out at Tony. 11 psychic damage, Tony, as he cuts into your brain. 12 wisdom save to negate it.
Hey, wisdom. Boom.
Yeah,
13.
you fight him off. Dawson, your turn.
I'll try and hit him with a firebolt. There.
12
Wow.
hits the side of the wall. Spore, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to kind of look, and I look through the arrow slit, and I try to get my chill touch through that little gap.
Go for it.
Oh, and I want to do it over here, and we want to do. There you are. 11.
No, doesn't make it. Tony,
right.
20 feet up he is.
I'll just move my
Oh,
zombie.
yikes. That's pretty high up there. I'll take a couple steps forward to be close to him and then hand axe him 3 times.
Hit.
20. I'm sorry.
Hit for 12.
Okay.
Oh, hit him again. And this time when you hit him, his body disintegrates in a harmless burst of fire and smoke, leaving behind his robes only. And he's gone. So you have this arrow slit. It's very narrow. It's about a foot wide that you could get
This one?
through, or you have the mahogany doors ahead of you. No sign
Did
of any
you-
lock on the doors.
Did you do that on purpose so I couldn't resurrect him?
Yeah, no, that's really what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. A little suspicious.
Actually, I have that macro for every monster in the adventure.
I'd like to summon Oliver and send him to the arrow slit to
Okay.
scout.
Oliver perches himself up on the arrow slit, looks down the hallway, and he sees... You guys, meanwhile, are kind of looking over the city from the dizzying heights that you're at now. You can see, looking down in the city, a few individuals moving around that could be Nothics. You also see a couple of small groups of individuals that were probably in the retinue of Avarice and are now masterless and probably going to become food for Nothics. Other than that, you don't see anything else really wandering around down there. The owl, Oliver, looks down a hallway, sees a small little closet. Looks like a guard closet, or there's a little guard rope. There's like the restroom right there, and then the passageway turns to the left.
Okay.
Turning to the left and looking that way, there's a number of doors. Which way now?
Well, doors are kind of my owl's kryptonite here.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going back to my spot, and we'll try the mahogany doors, right, guys?
Wanna throw in those doors, Tony?
What did the owl see right here?
Oh, it's a
If you're willing to play
restroom.
that?
A restroom.
Oh, okay.
Little privy.
Yep. As every good Gerzoni does, FBI open up and I'll kick the door as hard as I can.
Nice.
They teach you that in Gerzoni school.
All right. An enormous hallway. There we go.
So full name is Tony Gerzoni?
Yes.
Okay.
From
I think I had missed that in previous sessions.
my older brother Daniel, you may have heard of him. Daniel Gerzoni. Dan Gerzoni.
Chamber music washes over you as you enter this ballroom. In contrast to the desolate frozen ruins below, a dozen people mill around here, dressed in flowing silk garments and holding colorful hand masks and feathered fans. Noble courtiers laugh and gossip as servants move among them, offering sugared treats on silvered platters. They pay you little mind as they continue with their revelries. You can see there is a doorway to the right, an archway to the left, a second doorway to the right, a flight of steps that lead up to a higher level of the ball, where more people are dancing. A large arch to the left, door to the right, and then the very end, an opening in the wall. This looks kind of like a narrow slit, but it's actually as wide as a door, and it seems to just open out into the sky. So, again, these people here pay you no mind.
Proen, can you detect undead? Do you have that in your repertoire?
I don't think so. I don't think that's... I think that's a paladin thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I can detect magic, though. And I can destroy undead.
And that would be premature.
This makes no sense. Nothing here makes any sense.
They look like can we see through them?
No, they're corporal, fully corporal, having a grand old time, gossiping, laughing, eating treats. A few of them, throw a glance your way.
Are they the race that would have been living here?
Yep, they're humans, which the Netherese were. They're dressed in very archaic dress, so they could be contemporary with the time of the city. No sign they're undead at all. The music's beautiful.
I wonder if this has to... Oh, sorry.
The food smells good. The evil pastries smell delicious.
The evil pastries?
Trust nothing!
Nothing. Mage hand!
But I do wonder if this relates in any way to that chronomancy sigil that we saw. Maybe this is a pocket of time somehow?
Is that the only one we didn't do anything with? That wasn't one of the 8 schools, was it?
Yeah, it had no inscription.
Right. Have we traveled back in time, perhaps somehow in this room?
Oh, how bizarre. What happens if we go in?
Well,
we have no choice. Yeah. So, the earless
Everybody
one.
Look posh.
You can send the zombie in? Are you going to send the zombie in for?
Well,
go in.
Does she still looks good,
Pruin.
right?
So they smile at you, Pruin, warmly. You're offered food. They ask you how you're doing, what your name is. Just making small talk with you, basically. None of them appear to be like a ruler of any, like the ruler of this place. They all seem to be noble and probably all rich, but none. Put the hat on the zombie. Nice. None of them stand out as the leader here. So what do you want to do, Pruin?
I'm going to mingle, ask if any of them know anything about the old giant kingdom of Astoria.
Oh, nice. Okay. You get some pretty interested individuals that talk and share gossip with you. Go ahead and roll 2d20 for me, please.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Let's see here. One of them tells you the wizards of Ythryn were on a mission to find relics and ruins of Astoria. 40,000-year-old spell-casting giants, we were told. And we found some, mind you. Another person says, there's an ancient obelisk standing in the shadow of the Spire of Arcane. Using this obelisk and a staff of power, one can turn back time. One could go and see Astoria.
Pruin is making notes in his little scholar's book.
Okay, yeah, you guys see that Pruin's kind of got a whole coterie around him, and he's feverishly taking notes. What do you want to do, Tony?
Tony's gonna go check out the doors on the right.
Okay, I'll get back to you in a second. What do you want to do, Spore?
I'm gonna hug my zombie like she's had something bad to eat. I
Okay,
was like, oh, I don't know where the restroom is, and I'll like hold under her shoulder, and I'll walk toward the left archway that tees off there.
okay. What do you want to do,
Yeah.
Avanthy?
I think I'd like to also mingle with some folks and like if I can try to convince one of them to come through the doors back to a view on the stairs that can see the rest of the city.
Oh, okay. First roll d20 for me. So as you're mingling and making small talk,
Ugh.
one of them must have noticed the Nether Oak that you have. And he says, every wizard in the Enclave was obliged to carve their own wand from the Nether Oak. Are you a wizard?
I am not terribly gifted, but I do study on it a lot.
Then what do you want to say to him to try and coax him out?
How long has this party been going on? Wouldn't you like to take a rest and get some fresh air outside? There's something I'd like to show you in the scenery.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that sounds good. So you go walk down the doors, and the person's following you out, and you turn around, and they're not there. You watched them follow you out, and they disappeared as soon as they went through the doorway.
Okay, might have killed one of these people.
And Dawson, what do you want to do?
Well, I want to go mingle with some of the folks. I want to try and get a sense of what time they think it is, and also maybe chatter about the force fields
Okay.
blocking the way into the tower.
Okay. Roll d20 for me, please. In times of trouble, the wizards raised a force field around the central spire that only they could pass through. This person tells you when you ask them about a force field. And roll one more d20 since you hit that one right on the nose. Another thing the wizards were entertained by, I don't know if it's like the same type of magic or not, but they also put a force field around this when they played it, was a sport called chain lightning. You guys remember seeing a strange like amphitheater right over here that you avoided. There was like charges of lightning on the spires of the amphitheater, though. Okay,
That sounds way worse than goat ball.
Let's go back to Tony. So Tony, you're going to slink through that door, see what you find?
Yep.
Okay, which door first?
My map got shifted. Can I get a center ping?
Sure. Maybe. There you go.
Aha. Well, obviously not that one because I'm too big. Let's go with this one first.
Okay. This irregularly shaped room contains 6 staffs stored in racks along its walls, with room for more. One is a straight stick of pale ash with a stern-looking owl's head carved into its top. 2 is a smooth, polished length of blue-tinted wood. That's That's got an octopus carved into its top. The next is translucent purple glass, which splits into 3 branches at the top that circle around one another to form a hollow spiral with an orb of lighter purple glass tucked inside it. The 4th one is carved from golden lasper wood, with carvings of fish swimming upriver along its length. The 5th one is made of weirwood, a hardy substance similar to oak. Its shaft is gnarled and twisted. Its top is carved to resemble a human hand grasping a snake. And lastly is a staff made of chardolin, not unlike the staff that Pruin carries.
Well, I'm obviously gonna grab the one with Al and think, wow, Dawson's gonna love this.
Okay, you do. What else do you want to do, Tony?
I'll kind of like walk around, staff in hand, and go to the store.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a second. Coming over here to Spore. So Spore, when you slink on through there, you see a hallway with 3 doors.
I don't want to split the party, so zombie, come with me. And I'll go to this door. And is this the restroom?
All right. Let's see here. The room contains a single table, a cabinet filled with ruined parchment scrolls, and a dresser containing writing materials. Everything's in disarray and everything's covered in ice. No one's been here for millennia.
And I can't read the language.
I don't think you do read. You guys have been using Professor Scant this whole time. You can read Netherese.
No, I can't. Well, wait. I will use a charge from my staff to comprehend language.
Okay.
If I can find it. It's somewhere on this tokens.
I clicked it for you.
Yes, that's what I do.
Everything, very nice. Looks like a lot of bureaucratic and day-to-day operation type things. Nothing of note in this office.
Okay. Does this have a direct 1 hour? Okay. So I'm
We'll
going to
get
send...
back to you in a second. I'm going to check
Okay.
what Tony does with the second door. So Tony, you open the second door.
Yeah.
Inside the second door, you find this.
Ah.
Standing there is this individual. Put it right there. Stands as tall as you do. Suit of armor with like flame coming from the inside of it, and in a jar on the top, a brain floating in a viscous fluid. Shifting green.
Dalton's gonna love this.
Shifting green, purple, and blue light spills into the room through a single window. Bolted down tables hold an array of equipment, beakers of alchemical fluid, alembics, cut crystal needles, surgical tools, coiled leather tubes, and more. Behind the tables stands an ornate suit of armor, where the head should be as a swollen human brain floating inside a canister of translucent fluid. We'll get back to you in a second.
And big sword and everything?
Yep, big sword and everything. Okay, so back into the room. The party's kind of split apart from you guys, Dawson and Pruin and Avanthy. You kind of continue mingling and you hear kind of the same things from other people, so there's not much more information to gain here for you. So if you want to start exploring, Avanthy, you want to look in that room?
Yeah.
All right. So
Checking for traps.
is... well-dressed revelers mill about, talking loudly to each other while servants carry bottles of wine and spirits around to refill their cups. Behind a rectangular counter, a bald, pale-skinned humanoid serves wine from an ornate bottle. So it's a bar, a member's bar, it appears. Behind the counter, held in storage racks, are dozens of bottles of 2,000-year-old wine. All right.
Sounds valuable.
Yeah, so that's what you see. Dawson, what do you want to do?
Well, knowing nothing about Tony's impending death, I'm going to go up here and look through that entranceway.
All right. Down that hallway, you see a circular room at the end. Courtiers lounge on luxurious cushions inside this circular chamber, smoking from long pipes and dining on fruit. Against the back wall is a large harp, its strings being plucked magically to fill the room with haunting music. In the middle of the room, a gem-studded cubic wooden chest sits on a round marble table with an octopus-shaped base.
Ooh. What if we had some kind of magical key? We might be able to open that.
Mm-hmm. That's what you see. Back to Pruin. What do you want to do, Pruin?
Well, so you said that nobody's giving me any new information on the
No,
story.
you're kind of getting the same stuff, yeah.
All right. Well, then Pruin's just going to kind of wander after the last person he saw. So starting with Spore, going clockwise from 1 to 4.
Okay. Spore it is.
Spore.
Let's go back
So
to
he's going
Spore.
to wander after Spore.
You gonna do the next room, Spore?
Yeah, yep. I'm gonna say go ahead. You go ahead and open it this time. I mean, we all have to contribute, so I'll have the zombie open the door.
All right. So you search 2 more rooms over there, finding more and more bureaucratic stuff. But there's one thing of interest you find in the last room that interests you and Pruin even more. Searching the northernmost chamber, you discover an unfinished letter that details the acquisition of an artifact dating back to the Empire of Astoria. This ruin-carved stone spindle is described as having an unknown purpose. The writer notes that it has been moved to the Citadel's Stasis Chamber for further study. All right, that's what you guys find. Back to you, Tony. So, Tony, let's see. You're looking at this figure in full armor. What do you want to do?
First, Tony's going to gently lay the owl staff in like the corner of like the door,
Okay.
just to. Then I'm gonna take a step forward with my rapier out and say, "On guard,"
Oh.
and wait for
Okay.
something.
The brain tilts a little bit sideways. The
Kind of like a dog confused, like.
the armor, you can see the flames are kind of building in intensity inside it, but it doesn't move. You hear a voice reach out. Let's see if the voice is audible or in your head. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you hear an audible voice, seemingly like coming from underwater.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's in a language you don't understand. It seems reminiscent of the languages Pruin would read aloud, or Professor Scant would read aloud.
Like necrotese.
Like Netherese, probably, yeah.
Netherese. That.
Yeah.
I'm going to say chassé and see what happens.
No answer.
Yeah. Gonna turn around to a table. Just kind of, I'm trying to goad him to see what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Is like the equivalent to like sticking a bowl with a stick? This thing's...
Except the bowl is a giant inferno.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're in there on guard. Dawson and Avanthy, you see more of these rooms. See this other room back here, Avanthy, is just more the same. And you're all kind of coming back to regroup when you notice that Tony's nowhere to be found. And so one of you remembers going through this door here, so you're coming to catch up with them. And whoever wants to be in front can be as close as right here, and the rest of you behind that position. So set up where you want to be standing, right there or
You would be
behind.
up front.
Oh, you would? Okay. I'll let you.
Yeah, because Pruin's trying to find that stasis chamber.
Oh, okay.
And go put your zombie where you want. Okay. Tony, your provocations finally result in an action from the thing. The flames reach a high intensity, and the thing picks up its sword over its head to attack you. Everyone roll initiative.
Oy.
First, coming around the corner. Well, Tony, you were ready for that lunge at you.
Mhm.
What do you want to do, Tony?
First, let's. He seems hostile.
It's like he's trying to stop you from doing what you're doing.
Okay, I will dance over here and dodge.
And of course, you're too dumb to know Netherese, so. Prune,
Yep.
what do you want to do?
Is it saying something in Netherese, or was that just written somewhere
Yeah, it was.
Not anymore, though.
Stop. Who's saying stop?
Okay, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. Does it look like... Did Tony stop doing what he was doing when he danced
he kind
over
of
there?
danced over there, dodging it now. Kind of goading it on.
Did that cause it to... I mean, does it still look like it's pretty pissed even...
It's not
still-
all that pissed. It was just going to go stop him.
Okay, well, then I'm going to pull out Professor Scant.
Okay.
And tell Professor Scant to see if he could convince it to stop.
Okay. You can roleplay Professor Scant. Professor Scant is, let's remind ourselves, sentient, personality of a scholar, chatterbox, assumes all humanoids are dunderheads, patronizing.
Okay, so Professor Scant says in Luros, hey, you... hold on, let me think here. It would be like, this is unnecessary, you simple-minded brute. You would think that you would be smarter than this, given the size of the brain floating in that jar, but why don't you actually communicate like a civilized individual, someone who would be part of the ancient empire of Netheril, as opposed to a floating orc skull?
The thing turns to you and speaks to you, and it says, why does only this magic item of yours speak, and none of you seem to know the common tongue? And this is all in Laros. And we're out of combat, unless someone wants to attack it. And
No.
No, I mean, if we're out of combat, I wouldn't mind entering the room.
Yeah, you guys can
I
all
can
kind
try
of
to-
walk in and start talking if you like. So why is
Dalton, I found a staff.
only your magic items able to talk? Dawson, that staff.
Well,
that is Oliver's appearance on the staff. Again.
Oh,
Yeah. And
Well,
the staff,
Professor-
the wood of the staff is not old. It's pretty fresh. It wasn't here long.
fascinating.
Okay, back to Professor Scant. Pruin?
Professor Scant's going to tell the Helmed Whore that all of us are too stupid to understand a civilized tongue like Laros, and he just has us carry him around because he unfortunately no longer has legs. Otherwise, he wouldn't bother with such empty-headed brutes.
Very interesting, the thing says. That's why I keep this suit of armor around as well.
I can see that you are a enlightened individual just like myself.
What is your name?
I am Professor Scant, probably
met.
the single greatest professor of ancient Netheril you will find in these parts.
Ancient Netheril?
Why, yes, of course.
What do you mean by that?
Well, your civilization has been destroyed for millennia.
2,000 or more years?
I would say, I'm sure Professor Scant knows exactly how long
That's
it's
about
been.
right. Yeah.
Okay, then yes, he confirms that.
That's how long I have been here. I was here when this city crashed into the ice. What has happened in
What
the
is-
world?
What's this thing's purpose? Avanthy asks to anybody.
Professor Scant, and this is Professor Scant, not me as a player. I'm just telling you, just completely ignores your question as being irrelevant to his scholarly pursuits. It proceeds to go on at great and exhausting pedantic detail about everything that has happened between the fall of Netheril to the current day. the time of troubles, the spell plague, the return, the separation of Auril and Abir, everything. He just goes on and on about it. So I think that we probably have gotten a short rest by now.
Yeah, you guys have taken a short rest by the time
Is
Veneranda.
Professor Scant just having this conversation in Netherese and none of us are
Yes.
aware, or is he translating it every time he speaks?
No, he is absolutely not translating it. Pruin at least used his staff of charming to know what's going on.
I did too. So
I will translate it and note that I used it. But as far as Professor Scant will not bother to translate now that he has found someone of equal intelligence to himself.
So,
sorry.
The conversation goes on and on and on.
And those with the staff can understand it, or they can also speak.
They can understand it,
but
they cannot speak.
Okay. Guys, how would you feel about me telepathically communicating with this creature so that we don't have to deal with this inexhaustible source of noise over here?
I mean, I'm learning more today than I have in all my years. This is incredible stuff. I didn't even know. I thought pastries were hard. This is incredible stuff. But I don't care.
So you find out in listening that this is Veneranda, and Veneranda was here at Ythryn's fall and was a wizard at the time, but of course her body was failing, so she turned herself into a brain in a jar. And all the apparatus around in this room can turn any of you into a brain in a jar if you so choose. Her singular goal is to restore Ythryn. She doesn't know why the city crashed, so she's asking all sorts of questions about what's happened since to try and get some idea why the city crashed.
Professor Scant will tell her all about Karsus's folly and how that caused magic to fail and the Mythalarch to fail and crash into the ground.
So she's like piecing together the pieces between what you say and Karsus's folly, but it doesn't line up exactly. So something else caused the city to crash, she thinks. She doesn't know what it might be, but there's a way out, she says. We will need to get Auril Larthus' staff of power. He keeps it in his study. If you can break into his study, if you can convince these, and if Spore and Prune you haven't let on that you can understand, she is going to say some stuff to Professor Scant that she wouldn't say to you. She says, these fools, you must convince them to break into Auril Larthus' study. They may perish. He is powerful. Steal his staff. Bring it to me. I'm not going to go with you. It's way too dangerous. But if you complete the mission and return the staff, I'll escort you to the obelisk, and I can activate it. And it'll push us back into time before the fall of the city.
Once that happens, how do we come back to normal time for us?
Well, you guys can have that.
Well, I don't know.
You guys can have that conversation when she's not around if you don't want her to know that you know. But that's the end of the conversation. So she's been here since the fall. Singular goal is to restore the city to its past glory. She can use a staff of power to roll back time with the obelisk, which means maybe you can too, to a different time. Maybe. So if you wanted to just back up 2 or 3 years before the ice, you might be able to do that.
Is that what, like, is that, I mean, I've kind of forgotten why we're even down here, to be honest. I knew it had something to do with,
so Valine came to you. Yeah, Valine came to you and said there would be magic in the city powerful enough to undo what the Frostmaiden has done. She didn't know what it might be or if there's multiple ways you could undo it, but she knew there'd be something here. Because this is a lost Netherese city, and they had magic beyond even the gods.
Well, I mean, do we know of any other options besides doing what the brain in the jar suggested?
So that's been relayed to the whole party.
Yeah. So
Well,
let's say
after
you
we
guys are
leave.
talking without them around,
Okay.
or without her around, for example. So you know all that stuff. You know that the staff of power of the individual Auril Arthas, which you find out was the chief wizard of the city. It is now a demi-lich.
Probably the
Oh,
same one that's been following us. I would
Dun,
assume.
dun, dun.
gotcha.
His study is
well,
in this tower, and in his study is the staff of power.
Okay.
Before we
I
do
think-
that, I'd like to find that stasis chamber. That may offer another way to solve our problem.
So, you get a short rest in as you're discussing what you found out. The ball is still going out in the great central room. You found nothing of value in these chambers over here, but you did find the note talking about some sort of artifact, a rune-carved stone spindle, having an unknown purpose that's in the Stasis Chamber. You found in this room over here a strange table and chest. See here, in the middle of the room, a gem-studded cubic wooden chest, sitting on a round marble table with an octopus-shaped base. And then in this room over here, you found dozens of bottles of 2,000-year-old Netherese wine.
Wow.
And of
That's
course,
probably vinegar.
that's probably worth, might be worth a lot, might be just vinegar. So you have the party's still going, and then you have this outlook or overlook up here. So from there, let's see. Here's a picture of where you're at. So you know there's floors above. You know there's a balcony up above. And this is like in between these two structures. It's not this, it's like you look up and you see this extension between the two structures, but it's just out in open space. And there is an opening on the far side as well. So,
Okay.
what do you guys want to do?
Now, did those?
Oh, Tony, tell me where you found the staff.
Oh, Dawson, I would love to tell you. Found it in this broom closet.
So yeah, you got the staff storage room, and here I'll do a copy and paste all these staffs.
Did they all seem magical, or were they just very well crafted?
Detect magic on them. You have a
Pull
short,
him, Darth.
you have a short rest, so you can do that for sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. The only one magical is the last one. The straight
The one
stick
made
of
of charcoal?
pale ash with a stern-looking owl's head carved into its top is Oliver, and it's got your wife's initials in it again, Dawson. An ash tree. You haven't seen an ash tree anywhere. Not even in that garden. But Pruin, you remember seeing some branches of an ash tree in that hag's hut that you guys got into. You weren't here for that, Dawson, but in the Tower of Conjuration, there's a small little miniature tower that when they touched it, it opened a door. They went through the door and it went into a hag's hut. The hags said they could leave if they would leave one memory behind. And Spore, was kind of lost in translation on Spore, so he decided to pick something up. And then the hags attacked and you guys fled for your lives. But Pruin, you remember seeing some ash branches in there. That's the only time you guys have seen ash trees that are in this area. So that's what you know. You guys took the tower with you, and you're not sure, and touching it now doesn't create a doorway, so you're not sure what happened with regard to the magic to open the doorway there. So tantalizingly
Staff
close
number-
again, Dawson. But
Yeah, staff number 2 has this octopus carved in it, and there was some sort of octopus design in that chest.
Yeah.
I want to compare the two.
Okay. The
Do
table
you
has the
guys mind?
octopus. Go ahead,
Do you
Avanti.
guys mind if I grab the third staff? Sorry to interrupt.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm just going to be
And,
holding on to that purple
the
one.
zombie will just carry the rest of them. And if you guys want it, just give it back to her. You can switch them out. Just leave a proof, identification or something like that, and you can check any of them out if you want.
Excellent. I've always wanted a staff caddy. All the
Yeah.
wizards have them.
Oh yeah. That's our staff caddy.
Yeah.
Don't mind the ear.
You're gonna want to use the Charlatan staff on room number 4. Room number 5, you'll want to go with the Weirwood staff, etc.
Yeah, it's a long range.
So the Charlatan staff that has magic on it, Pruin, it is abjuration magic. Then comparing the staff with the octopus to the table, very similar in craftsmanship. However, the table isn't magical, but the gem-studded cubic wooden chest that sits on top of it is.
Poke it with the staff?
Let's see, it's an 8 gemstone. It's about 1.5 feet on a side. It's got a closed lid. So you guys could take it with you if you want.
The whole chest or
The whole chest, yeah.
Well, what happens if you tap the octopus to the lock? Does the table have an octopus on it, or does the chest?
The table does.
Oh.
A round marble table with an octopus-shaped base. Similar to the staff, but it's not magical at all.
Mm.
This box that's 1.5 feet on the side is, though.
Is it locked?
No, it's
Can we
just
open it?
yeah, you can open it. Open inside, and it's empty on the inside.
Okay.
The box?
Well, I guess we'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's take
Can this is an experiment. I'm gonna have the caddy hand me all the staves. We're gonna set the box on the floor, and if she steps inside, does she go into a different dimension?
In the box, no.
Okay, never mind. All right.
Okay. Now where to?
How far across is this? There's not a gateway or anything here.
It's about 35 feet across, yeah. Just 2 open arches with gaping multiple 100-foot fall between them.
And there's no invisible force bridge between them.
There is an invisible force bridge between them, Dawson. Good job checking. Yeah, it's about a 10-foot wide invisible force bridge between the 2 structures. You can walk right across between them.
Okay.
I was all set to float over with my levitation boots.
Well, you might need those if the force bridge goes away, but for now, I'm going to hold Avanthy's hand and walk across.
Great.
Smart. Okay, yeah, no problem. You're able to get across.
Somebody did step out on it and proved that there was one there before doing this, right?
Oh yeah, Dawson.
Okay.
When he said he was checking, he checked with his staff, I would assume.
All right. Then
Correct.
Yes,
And as you
I'll
walk, in case it just ends halfway across.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like we have the caddy just do the walking across in front of us. Like, I now have a name for
Yeah.
Nary.
Okay, so you're able to cross to the other side to this chamber. See here. So your reflections dance over the mirrored surfaces of the chamber. 11 alcoves extend from the walls like the points of a star, each one narrowing to a niche where a gently glowing crystal is mounted 5 feet above the floor. The air seems to hum with a pent-up power. Pruin, with your unbelievably exceptional perception of 24 passive, you spot faint outline of a trap door in the ceiling secretly hidden there. And
I'll let everybody know about it.
suddenly, the crystals brighten as rays of energy burst forth one by one to converge in the center of the room. As more of the rays intersect, a translucent figure comes into view where their light converges. A bald man wearing a long purple gown. His face breaks into a smile as he sees you. He converses with, looks like Dawson is closest to him. I am Everlast. What is your name?
Dawson,
Dawson.
pleased to meet
Welcome.
you.
Pleased to meet you as well. You are the first new faces I have seen for centuries. Tell me, why are you here?
Well, I'm going to mention the name of the wizard in charge that escapes me at the moment.
Eriolarthus. What are you going to say
Yes.
about Eriolarthus?
We're looking for her sanctum so that we may speak with her.
Oh, well, Eriolarthus is a man, and
Okay.
I can... I can't help you. My orders prevent me from revealing the secrets to outsiders. But if there's anything else I can do, do you need anything to be more comfortable? Can I get you any provisions, etc.?
Yes, all the provisions.
Okay. Please, make yourselves comfortable. And he goes around and brings you some pretty tattered up stuff. He says, this is the best I can find, I'm afraid. If there's anything you need, besides finding out the secrets of this tower, tell me, why are you here to see Eriolarthus?
Are you aware of the fact that the city has fallen and thousands of years have passed since the city was active?
He sighs a big sigh. I am. Many powerful minds have tried to restore the glory of Ythryn, but all have failed. If only someone had a plan that would work.
Oh, we got it. We're doing it.
What? What is it?
Secrets of how this tower works would help.
Well, tell me your plan.
We get the chief wizard's staff,
Okay.
and then we perform a ritual near the obelisk, and we
Yeah.
travel in time.
Well, that might be unwise. The obelisk is damaged, you see. Damaged in the crash. Eriolarthus himself tried to repair it, but was unable to. I'd be careful. Whatever magic it unleashes might not be controllable now.
Do you know
That
where
is
the
good information.
Do you know where the Stasis Chamber is?
Yes, I do, but I cannot tell you.
Yeah.
I think that may have the secret to fixing the obelisk and letting us travel back in time safely to keep the
Really?
city from falling.
Really? Well, I hope so. If you can find it, but I can't tell you where it's at.
Can you tell us what the stone spindle is?
Is that a trick question?
No.
But that's the artifact.
Which artifact?
I might have said too much.
No,
No,
obviously not, because
I cannot
we're
share
not
any
here.
secrets.
Hmm.
So, I'm sorry, this person is still made up of light and is still only coalesced because the beams are shining on them? Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Is there an up above this? Looking
There's a
up?
trap. There's a trap door in the ceiling.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Where does that door lead? Is that another secret?
Yeah, I can't tell you where that goes.
Fair enough.
Probably doesn't go to the spindle.
Okay.
Well,
Or
Probably.
Can you grab us a chair?
study. What was that?
Can you grab us a chair?
Yes, I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
So yeah, it'll take your guys' levitation and rope and such to get up there. It's 30 feet up to the ceiling.
Oh, not a chair.
A chair
That would
won't
look
quite do
really
it, no.
stupid standing on top of a chair. Hand stretch out in a good 20 feet beyond my... Almost got it, guys. Almost got it.
I thought you were just trying to distract him to get him out of the room
No.
so we can go through.
No, I have spatial issues. I'm a spore.
Okay. So does someone want to levitate up there?
Of
Who was
course.
the other person that had him? Yeah. Go for
Yep.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
So you levitate on up to the
For
ceiling
it.
where there is a hatch. It doesn't seem to have any handle, but you seem to be able to tell where it's got a seam and hinges.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
I'll push on the other side
Okay, when you push
from
on
the
it,
hinge.
it kind of goes in for a second, and you hear a click, and then it pops down
Mm-hmm.
and exposes a 5-foot diameter shaft that ascends, well, as far as your light shines, up the heart of the tower.
Oh,
So
All
you
right,
can keep on going up.
wait 1 second. Can I raise up to expel levitate target? Can I pull with me? So I let my rope down. All
Mhm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
and I tie it, and I tell Caddy to tie it to herself. And then
It'll be up to whatever weight you can only carry, so it'll quickly run out. You'll need to get somewhere
Like a bunch of people couldn't
to
jump on it.
right. You have to get to like something solid you could tie the rope off on.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to cast Fly at 5th level, and who doesn't have levitation boots?
You, Pruin, and Tony, I think.
All right, the 3 of us will gain the ability to fly.
Nice. Okay. And Avanthy and Spore can levitate.
Sure.
So
And hold hands.
And hold hands.
you go
and drag
flying. You go flying up
Caddy.
the shaft.
Bye,
slowly.
Everlast. You were both helpful and unhelpful.
Yes.
You ascend into an oval hall glittering with frost. Carvings decorate the walls and long icicles hang from the ceiling. I'm going to give you a map here. Okay, so you can all fly, Pruin. Pruin, you can fly actually. And you all fly up this 5-foot diameter shaft, except for your zombie. You can probably pull him with the rope because you can do 500
Yep,
pounds.
exactly.
Yeah.
Tying on.
Yeah, where'd Pruin go? There's Tony way back there. There's Pruin way back there.
It's my cheater hook, just in case somebody's trying to sabotage us from the back. They'll attack the zombie first.
Okay, so that black part in the middle here is the shaft that you just ascended up.
Mhm.
And then there's a 10-foot radius hemisphere that is like blocking your progress into a larger room. And this is what you see in the larger room. So you ascend into an oval hall glittering with frost. Carvings decorate the walls and long icicles hang from a ceiling. A 10-foot radius dome of translucent ice encloses the area around the shaft from which you emerge. You see past the globe of ice at the far end of the hall 2 blade-shaped patches of pitch darkness hovering in the air to either side of a double door. A glowing green crystal roughly the size of a human fist is set into the arch above the door. So these things are just like pitch black swords is what they appear. So take up what spots you want to be standing when you arrive at the top. And when you're happy where you're standing, roll initiative. Because the swords start to move toward you.
I'm gonna try to do with somebody. Okay. Can we get out of this globe?
No.
Okay.
So you have to be inside the hemisphere there. It's like ice has formed a hemisphere around you, like a really thin layer of ice. But none of you have tried to broach it before these things come at you, so you may be able to just break right through it, but you're not through it yet.
If Spore doesn't mind, can I sort of like lead his zombie to stand here? Or does Spore mind?
No, just
I'll
Caddy.
gently tug on its elbow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roll initiative, everyone. I think I still need Avanthy and
Yeah, oh, yes. I'm on it.
Spore.
I'm trying to remember to use the thingamabobs now. What's the...
You click your
name on that
token,
one?
and then make sure you have alphabetically sorted token actions unchecked, and it should be the left topmost button that says IN +5.
Word. Okay.
There you are. I don't know why I didn't place it there, but I'll put it there. Okay, these two swords of blackness are moving your direction, but before they get any closer, Dawson, you go first. What do you want to do, Dawson?
I am going to try and firebolt the ice to my north and see if I can put a hole in it.
Okay. Before your firebolt gets to the ice, it hits something invisible in front of the ice. Your best guess is that the ice is coating a wall of force.
Okay, Pruin, try and dispel that for us.
We'll do
Anything
that.
else, Dawson?
That's all I got.
Go ahead, Tony.
Howdy. Tony will simply dodge right now.
Okay, Tony's dodging, then Pruin.
Pruin will try to dispel the wall of force.
All right, do a, I think it's your spellcasting ability check. Well done.
yeah, that's pretty high.
That'd be a 13th level spell, but it doesn't go down. Move where you want. Spore, your turn.
Oh, it doesn't go down.
Does not go down.
Let me check something. I will chill touch then. The one to the bottom right. See if that allows me to go through.
Go for it.
So I guess it doesn't come from me, it just appears by them. So we'll see. So 26?
Something blocks the line of effect of the spell. It doesn't affect him.
Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
After Spore, the first blade. Oh, what's your zombie gonna do?
Stand there and look pretty.
Okay, the first blade comes right through the wall and attacks Tony. Let's see here. Making a force blade attack on you, Tony. Hitting armor. Oh, a crit for.
I'm dodging.
Oh, good. 820 to hit.
I will defensive duelist it.
Very good. Then, Avanthy, your turn.
Double crit damage? What?
I don't know if this would require an
Oh,
Arcana
God.
check or if it's something that can be freely shared because we would just know it. But can teleportation work through a wall of force?
As far as you know, yes.
Okay. And my boots are still active, right?
If you want them to be, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up as close as I can get to here and attempt to psychically teleport me to where that green gem is.
Okay. Go ahead
And
try
then if
it.
I can make it that far, I'll see if I can damage the green gem. That's my best guess as what might be keeping this up.
Go for it.
Let me roll the teleport. Ah, damn! I can only go 10 feet.
Okay. It works. You're able to go.
Am I able to still be like Could I have used the wall of force to get like 10 feet up as well?
You could teleport to 10 feet up, yeah. 10 feet out,
Oh,
10 feet up.
well, I sort of meant like get 10 feet up on my levitation boots inside the wall, using the wall as leverage.
Oh,
Or does touching the wall hurt? Inside the wall.
It doesn't hurt, but it's frictionless, so you can't really push off against it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so yes, I am gonna teleport out. And go back here. I'm gonna. Oh gosh. No, okay. I'm gonna. Okay, I'm just gonna make it to this part of the room. I can't reach it from here, can I? Just from the floor?
Let's see here. So you did the teleport's just a bonus. So you have a full movement. Your speed is 30. So did you have to dash to get there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and then you can zoom on up with your boots. That's part of the
Oh,
movement.
no, I'm sorry. Since I did teleport, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So no, this is exactly my movement.
Okay, then yeah, you can use your boots to float on up and be within reach of it. And you can use your free interaction and try and grab it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You reach out to grab it. It's a little bit loose. You think it'll take an action to get it all the way off the wall.
Okay.
And as you move it a little bit, it flickers. The light of it flickers a little bit. And some of the ice that's coating the dome slides down the side of the dome. And you're done. Then you get a blade coming your way. It moves to there and strikes. Hitting only armor class 11.
That does not hit.
Then the round is over, and Dawson, your turn.
I'm just going to dodge.
Dodge, and Tony, at the start of your turn.
Uh-huh.
Preemptive strike from the force blade. Creature starts its turn in 5 feet. The blade makes a melee attack on you. Now, since your turn has started, you have your reaction back. So that's that's
but
good
not
news.
my dodge.
But the dodging is in it, yeah, because that ends at the start of your turn. Okay, so force blade attack, 19 to hit.
Well, huzzah!
There you go. Then your turn. What do you want to do, Tony?
Crit damage. That is dirty. Let's try attacking this blade thing.
Go for it.
First, 15 for 10.
15 actually does bite into it. 10 points of magic piercing damage actually damages it. Full damage.
Okay, second attack, 23 for 12 more.
Okay.
Third attack, another 15 for 13.
Nice. Okay. That was Tony. After Tony, Pruin, your turn.
Pruin's going to move back to here and just try to Sacred Flame the Force Blade, see what happens.
The one by Tony?
Yes.
Dex save.
Because it's inside the barrier, right?
That one is inside the barrier, correct. It fails the save and takes 5 radiant, and it appears to take radiant. After Tony is Spore.
Bonus action. Shillelagh. Move forward and strike with my shillelagh. And... oh, I didn't mean to do that. Anyways, 12 misses. That's what you get from rolling from beyond 20.
12 does miss. After Spore, the blade fighting Tony now goes. It will attack Tony again.
Reaction.
No, Rammies.
Let's start the
turn. 66 points of
it
force
crits on
damage.
a 19.
18 or more, yeah.
8.
Halospores
I
creature
hate this.
moves to a space, starts its turn in 10 feet, deal 5 necrotic damage. The thing takes necrotic damage, so it takes 5.
56.
Okay, then it struck Tony, and then it's done.
Wow.
And then Avanthy, at the start of your turn, preemptive strike from the one by you. 12 misses you.
Goodbye.
Phew.
Look at that damage.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
That would have put you down.
It's an action to pry off the gem.
Okay, I will take that action.
The gem is pried off, the wall of force is gone.
Okay, great.
The blades are still there.
Right.
Oops. Oops.
Let's see. I'm gonna. Yeesh. I'm like scared out of my wits of these things, so I think I'm gonna face step, which will get me 30 feet away from this thing.
That's just a bonus, leaving you movement left if you want to move anywhere after that.
You know what? I sure do.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll assume you're on the ground, right? Not levitating?
Yeah, I've
To run
been.
there. Okay, the blade. 2, 3, 4. Comes to there. Strikes at the zombie. Zombie's got a DC
What is the
31?
zombie?
31, I think I did. Fortitude.
8. AC is 8.
But it's force damage. Yeah, okay. So the zombie's gone. There's no way he makes that save. Con save.
Canary. It had a name.
He tried as hard as he could. DC
Wow.
5 plus damage. He had to get
Wasn't
a
that far off.
31. Yeah. Okay, so he's gone. The blade is done. And then round is over. And Dawson, your turn. No wall of force, Dawson.
Okay, well, I'm going to step over onto the solid ground.
Oh, the solid ground is all
And,
around. The only place is that the hole is the middle.
Oh, yeah,
very
okay,
middle.
all right. I'll magic missile the sword on the right there. There we go.
Not immune to force damage, so it takes 9 points of force. Tony, your turn.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
try and
wait.
finish this one. Yep.
Start of your turn. This blade's going to attack you.
Don't do it.
Preemptive
Don't do it to
strike.
me.
Force blade. Crit.
No, okay, so I'm going to Cloud Rune this nonsense.
Okay. What's that do?
Lets me redirect the attack
Cloud Ruin.
to another creature.
You or a creature hit by an attack roll. Choose different creature other than attacker who becomes target of attack. Using same roll, regardless of attack range. Wow. So you have that sword attack its ally?
Yep.
And do 73 points of force damage to it and obliterate it.
Nice.
Nice.
Your turn, Tony.
Golf clap. Let's rapier it. 25 for 8.
25 hit.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
No, 15 does.
12 does not.
What about a 20 for 8?
Dropped it. Swords are gone.
Hooray!
And
Oh,
bonus
clutch.
action, I'll second wind.
Okay. Nicely done.
Indeed.
So the room is, let's see here. There's long icicles hanging from the 30-foot ceiling. There's carvings decorating the walls. There's that green crystal, which you now have in your hand, Avanthy. Nothing else of note in the room. And a set of doors to the south.
Was it still glowing or anything?
It is, yeah.
This crystal?
Yeah.
Okay,
Glowing
guess I
crystal.
better hold on to this. And
Oh, actually, no. Once you pried it out, it went dark. Sorry.
oh, okay, all right. Well, souvenir. Let's put it in my backpack. These doors appear to be locked.
They are not. Through those doors, lining the far wall of a hall, are 8 doors, each marked with a different arcane symbol. On the wall above them is etched an inscription in Loras.
It's been over an hour, so can't comprehend language anymore.
So I'll just pull
No.
out.
The Draconic inscription says, "Speak thy master's name and enter." So let me back guys up. I want get your marching order when you first start into there. So whatever you are behind Tony when Tony gets to there.
And I'll have Professor scan out to read the way.
Okay.
And when the time comes, I'll have professors, or I'll say the name of the Archmage.
Okay. Pruin and Tony, when you step into the room, all of a sudden you feel your muscles start to contract and go rigid. Your skin starts to harden. You need to make a saving throw DC 17. Let's see what kind of save it is here. Con save DC 17.
Oh, easy. You just gotta believe.
Tony made it. Pruin.
I made it in the aura.
Too bad there's no aura.
Dang it.
Okay, so I'm gonna,
Hero point?
this happened as soon as you guys stepped in the room, so I'm gonna back you guys up as if you were just stepping in the room. Tony, you resist. Pruin, you are now restrained as your flesh begins to harden. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Boy.
Oy vey.
That inscription wasn't on the other side, was it?
It was all the way against this wall over here.
Okay.
It was
Good.
above the doors. Okay.
So
missing one. Aventhy, for some reason, it's not going in. What did I do wrong in your token?
I do have it selected.
Oh, I see what I did wrong. Boom, 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 boom. It'll work now in the future.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Aventhy, you see Pruin start to turn to stone. And what do you want to do to react?
Well, I think my first instinct would be to try to come up and try to pull him back into this room.
Okay, you do.
To see if that stopped the effect.
It doesn't seem to stop the effect.
Oh no. And I guess if I'm able to look past shoulders, if that inscription is in Loras, I think you said that was a form of Draconic.
Mm-hmm, it is, yeah.
Can I read it from here? Or is it too far away?
I mean, it's Draconic script, but you don't know the language.
Oh. Draconic?
Like kobolds use Draconic script, but they... Actually, kobolds do speak Draconic. But no, it's Draconic script, but it's not Draconic.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I don't want to go in the room. I'll just be like, is anybody able to stop this from happening on him? And that'll be my action. I guess I'll dodge just in case something comes out, but
Okay. Pruin. Da-da-da. Make another save con DC 17. Okay, Pruin is turning more into stone.
thanks.
Once that gets to 3...
Everyone, are you okay? Are you
Once
okay,
that gets to 3,
Pruin?
he will be petrified. Tony, what do you want to do?
Oh, I can't do anything?
Oh, Pruin, yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Pruin.
Sorry. Does Greater Restoration cure this?
It does. Are you casting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to wait though
For what?
till you turn to stone?
Why
Can't
would I want
cast
to?
it if he's
Because I can
specified.
cast it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you want to burn a 5th level spell, or try to see to pass the con save? Like, does
No.
something negative happen once you hit petrified, or like, is there some lasting effect, reduction of HP or something?
No. So, Brune, you gonna cast it or no?
Yeah, no, I'm going to cast Bless on myself.
Bless cast on yourself. Okay. So you're doing
I'll have
Bless, then with a
Well-
roll D4. You might have made that first save.
Well,
If you roll a 4 on your Bless.
you have a couple
did.
other
Boom.
people.
You are a
The Bless.
success.
There you go.
Tony and
I've already made my save. Unless it doesn't work like that. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to try speaking the name of the Archmage and step into this room.
Okay. That does not have any effect.
Do I start petrifying again?
Well, you're still petrifying. You have only made one of your saves. You're trying to resist it, but you're not completely out of the woods yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was. Okay,
Nope.
Never mind.
Yeah, you got to make 3 successful saves to get away.
Got it.
Okay, so there's that. Tony, what do you want to do? Tony, you're unaffected. You can do whatever you want.
I'm sorry. Who did Brune cast Bless on?
I cast it on Avanthy and Spore
Okay.
and myself.
Thank you.
I'm going to walk to the hallway. Is it just nice and wide?
Nice and wide. You got these 8
Just how I
doors,
like 'em.
each with a symbol. And on the wall above, as Pruin said, it says, "Speak thy master's name and enter."
Ew. Is there an inscription on the doors? You said.
Yeah, each one of them has a symbol of magic. The 8 schools of
Ah.
magic. Each one's different.
Didn't we learn somewhere who the boss of each school of magic was?
We did.
Oh yeah, we did.
Tony's gonna scratch his head and wait for some
Yeah,
backup.
in the museum you learned it. So you guys, when you can compare notes when Pruin's out of the woods, you can remember them. Spore, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna wait here to this side
Avanthy.
and watch carefully.
If you're doing nothing, you can just say dodging.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll get out of Tony's way.
Your turn and then your save.
I'm not going to do anything. Well, got Bless going, and here's my con save.
Success.
Boom.
All right, make another save, Pruin. We'll fast forward to your last save. I don't think anyone's going to do anything to help you. That failed. So you're 2 and 1. Make another one. That made it. All right, you made it. You resist the petrification.
All right. I holster my greater restoration spell.
Mhm.
Down, down, down.
All right. So back to your march order.
Bless is down by now, I'm sure. I mean, because
Just a minute.
it's only
Yeah.
a minute long.
Oh, and you're comparing notes too, right? You want to find out what the mages are. So
Wee.
let's see here. From your rewards last time, you learned in the museum this. Okay, everyone else take up your position as you guys are walking into the room. Once you're happy, roll initiative. With Tony here and Pruin here.
Oh.
Not
So we're
quite.
like did we state all of these?
You haven't. You know
Yeah.
those are the names, but you haven't said any names yet. No. Or you tried to say them all
But
in hopes that the hallway trap won't trigger. But it does trigger one more time, hitting Spore this time. Spore, make a con save, DC 17.
Immune. Just kidding. I'm not. But I have bless.
Almost.
But I have bless on me
It's
though.
down. It's down. You'll last a minute. You guys were comparing names and stuff. Okay, so Spore is affected.
Oh.
Anyone have anything they can do to help Spore make his saves?
No. Die.
I'll do bless again.
Okay, Spore, another save.
Bless you.
It's one failure.
Did that get it?
Nope,
That
another
was a
save.
double failure.
That can't make it, so that's 2 failures. That made it, so 1 success.
1 success, 2 failures.
Yep. That failed, so Spore's petrified.
Like a rock.
Now you can
Just
do your
carry
Greater
me like
Restoration,
this.
Pruin.
Greater restoration.
All right, 100 gold pieces out of the
Ye-
party.
At least you wasted it on me, not on yourself.
And no more triggers
Sure.
happen on that petrification, allowing you to enter this room where you have a symbol for each of the schools of magic, and it says, state the name of the master to enter.
So what's
Okay,
the...
well,
Do
left
you want to start
right.
to left or right? No, that's what I was going to say.
Which one's first? Which
Let's-
one is that one on the far left?
Far left, abjuration.
We have
Bruce?
Peru.
Let's try one. If I guess if you guys don't,
The 7th door.
let's try one that doesn't have harmful magic. What would that be? Diviner.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, so the divination door
Mhm.
being, they're in order here, so it's the third door from the left.
All right. Pruin will stay a pious and walk through.
All right.
A pious,
Appius.
Appius. Is there a pious here? Is it open?
Okay, so you open the door, and you see just darkness beyond, Pruin. Do you want to step on through?
Yes.
All right. You arrive safely in another room, and the rest of you can do the same. Now that you know the trick. So the
Yeah.
room that you enter looks like this.
Okay, cool. Wait, something. Okay, good.
All right. So you can move you guys down into this room as you come through those doorways. A vortex of glowing stars hangs in the air inside this chamber, slowly rotating on its axis. As the constellations move, they cast radiant starlight across the walls. 8 high-backed chairs, each bearing a different arcane symbol, face the starry miasma. And the symbols in the chairs are in the same order as the doors, in the same order as what I put in the chat there. So abjuration is the leftmost, conjuration the second to leftmost, etc. There's 3 exits out of the room. If you want to explore those, let me know. From this direction, all those corridors are dark. Basically, each of these corridors that are on the north here, they are dark until they enter the room with the stars. Avanthy, you find over here a circular chamber in which is this strange item. A 10-foot tall spindle of gray stone hovers upright and rotates slowly inside this circular chamber. All around it, the surfaces of the room's walls are cracked, as though some terrible energy once coursed through them.
I'll look back at the group and say, nothing in this room, and I'll move over here.
I mean, other than a huge gray spindle.
Slowly rotating spindle.
Is this
Dangerous power.
Stasis Chamber?
Was a spindle the Astorian
Yeah.
relic?
It was.
Okay. Pruin's going in there, and he's just going to study the hell out of it.
Let's see here. Okay. Spindle of gray stone. It's a 10-foot tall spindle of gray stone. Glancing at it, you think you can see giant runes in it. They are very faint. The note that you guys found on the desk said, let's see here. a rune-carved stone spindle. So the runes are very faint in it, but they are giant runes, and you're not sure exactly what they're saying. It's a language 20,000, 30,000 years old, although it might bear some resemblance to giant. The runes don't, match any giant language you know. So you can jot down everything you see there, though, for sure. I'm sure you'll do that. It's just floating in the air, slowly spinning around. All around it, the room's walls are cracked, as though some unbelievable amount of energy once coursed through them. So that's what you're doing. The rest of you are looking in this other room. Well, you find double doors down to the south here. The other room to the east looks as follows. This triangular room to the east has within it walls filled floor to ceiling with bookshelves. Hundreds of books and scrolls have been thrown free of their resting places, probably when the city crashed, and they now cover the floor. Time and bitter cold have not been kind to them. Do you want to search through those?
Definitely.
So, most of the books and scrolls that litter the floor have been ruined by centuries of disuse, but you unearth 2 survivors of note. A scroll and a brittle tome with a black 8-pointed star on its front cover. Carefully opening the tome, it records the various meetings of the Wizards of the Ebon Star. One passage explains in the Draconic script in Loras, which you'll need Professor Scant to help with, that, quote, Master Ariolarthus opens the door to his study when 3 or more of his apprentices, or those empowered by the goblet in the House of the Arcane, are seated correctly in the chamber of the Ebon Star. The other
Did you
one,
read it one more time?
Yeah, and
sorry.
I'll post it to chat too. Okay, the scroll is a scroll. Let's see here. Okay, this is magic beyond any you've seen, Dawson and Avanthy. You think by reading the scroll you could cause a comet to fall from the sky and crash to the ground at a point you can see up to a mile away from you. You'd have to be outdoors to use it. It'll create a huge crater, and any creature in the radius, about a 500-foot radius of it, would take 30 d10 force damage. All structures would be destroyed, as well as all non-magic objects not being worn or held. So it's the scroll of the comet you found. So I'll type this in. Scroll of the comet. You found, let's see, there's an adamantine key. And then the Book of the Ebon Star. I'll copy that for you. The brittle tome with the black 8-pointed star. It says Master Ariolarthus opens the door to his study when 3 or more of his apprentices, or those empowered by the goblet in the House of the Arcane, are seated correctly in the chamber of the Ebon Star. You find these double doors here to the south have a keyhole, which that adamantine key fits. So, nothing else you can find in any of the chambers.
Who's got the... what do we make of the stars in the middle of the room?
Starfield, the miasma Starfield. Okay, so let's see here.
So keep in mind, we've been empowered by the goblet in the House of the Arcane.
Yeah.
So 3 of us
We
just
have.
needs to be seated correctly
Right.
to open up the way to the study.
So the swirling star field is a representation of the cosmos. There's some things about it, Dawson, that seem incorrect. And then you notice a strange phenomena. A dark star in a position where no known star exists today.
Ooh.
Oh,
That is it. The chairs will each have a single symbol, so you know they're each an individual school of magic. And
That looks like
that's
an
it.
ebon star to me.
Sure does. That
sure
black star.
does.
Probably fatal. It's probably a Death Star.
That's no moon.
Yeah.
So not being well versed in the Arcana. Oh, never mind. I got proficiency. And okay, out of character. What is Mage Hand? What school?
Conjuration.
All right, I will plop down in that chair.
Okay.
Don't tell me.
I also have Mage Hand, so I will sit in Spore's lap.
Okay, perfect. I think it's this one.
Tony, what was yours?
What was my what?
Did you drink from the chalice?
I had friends.
We all did at one time.
Yep.
Enchantment there. And I have Dancing Lights, which is Evocation.
Enchantment is this one. And Evocation is this one?
All right. As you guys take up your seats, as the third one of you sits down, the star field transforms into a glowing door.
Oh. It doesn't do anything with the star down here?
Nope. So there's a door in the star field you can pass through.
Should we go
Well, I'm-
explore the door to the south before we go through the door in the Starfield?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's use the adamantine key first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let somebody else go first this time.
So it opens up into a balcony. This would be effectively like up here, somewhere up here on the side of this tower. Looking out over the city, as you look out over the city, you see something focusing energy and light coming across that tongue bridge that was there. You hear thunder echo out across the necropolis, but not thunder like you've heard. It's more akin to the crackling of fire or the cracking of frost. A wind picks up and howls across the once silent city. You see the shimmering force field around the spire being coated with rime. Like mold, the frost climbs up the hemisphere, encasing the tower. The being that you see coming across the bridge is accompanied by giant, frost giant-sized skeletons, by humanoids with glowing light, and by white wolves. Auril has arrived. You don't have much time.
What?
You don't have much time. What do you want to do next?
We're going through the gate.
All right.
Through the gate.
Gate is open. Leads you into this tower over here. So if you come, move your guys over to here. Let's see, where does it put you? Two-way portal. You appear on the upper level, right at the dead center. So you guys come basically through right here. So you can set you guys up within, 5 feet of those first 2 squares. This large chamber has lain undisturbed for centuries. On the upper level, all around you, are tables covered with wizardly paraphernalia. A soft groaning sound emanates from a shadowy door-sized rectangle along the curved northern wall. That's this thing right here. And this is a picture, kind of what it looks like here. A soft groaning sound emanates from the shadowy door-sized rectangle along the wall. Staircases to the east and west descend to the lower part of the room, where a sunken library is situated in a 20-foot wide, 10-foot deep circular pit. A ladder running along a circular track inside the hole allows easy access to the many books and scrolls on its shelves.
Another well of knowledge, basically.
Yeah, perched on the edge of the pit are three aberrant creatures, each one staring at you with a singular, hideous eye. So we got that guy there, this guy there, this guy there. Floating above the middle of the pit is a human skull with wispy arcane symbols forming above it. So there's your Demi-Lich. Got a picture of that guy right here for you. Oops. There he goes. So there's the Demi-Lich. There's the Nothix below him.
We meet again.
Let's see here. So, looking around the tables real quick. There's various interesting items, but one thing definitely stands out is probably a Staff of Power. There's also a hefty-looking spellbook and a scroll beside it. There's more treasure than that if you had time to stay. But there's the staff. Let's see. Found mid upper level. Okay, so the staff is on the upper level up here. Basically, there's going to be a table in the middle that has the staff, the spellbook, and the scroll on it. And I'll draw it right here. The doorway you came through is still open right behind Tony there, where I draw through the black rectangle. Go ahead and everyone roll initiative.
Ooh.
Okay. We got these things in here for us. The lair is sorted. So the lair action is going to go after the darkness. And then the skull, we'll get all his legendaries back. Okay. So, you see all this, Avanthy? What do you want to do?
Can I grab the items off the table and pass them around to my compatriots?
So, grabbing an item is a free interaction. Grabbing a second item is an action. Handing an item to someone is an action, etc.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna grab the staff.
Okay, Avanthy, you grab the staff. You'll have to move forward 5 feet, and you can grab it. Then
Sure.
what do you want to do?
would like to. Is this is this like dark enough shadow that I could potentially hide down here, or would they just like see me go in there?
They'd see that you'd be right in their sight. Yeah. This thing might not see you, whatever it is.
Oh, is that
That's
an
that
entity?
darkness on the wall. Yeah.
Right? Gotcha. Okay. Are we grabbing and running? I guess I'll
Running where?
like. We're gonna be like, don't come near us, or else we're reading this scroll of the comet and taking you all out with us.
Why don't we, instead of threatening them, say, "Hey, the goddess of winter's on her way here. We should work together to stop her."
That did not occur to me.
Evanthe, what are you doing?
I'm moving back towards the door.
Grab the staff, move towards the door. Any further? Any other actions?
I don't know if I can crouch down and hide behind my compatriots, but that's what I want to do.
All right, then the darkness goes. The darkness moves into your square, Dawson. When it moves into your square, you have to make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw to be pulled into an extra dimensional space. DC 10 dex save.
I do not like the sound of that.
You make it, so you dodge out of the way of that. You can move in freely into any square you want from where you're at, and it'll be in your square. Pick a square anywhere around you to move into freely. Okay, then it moves to there. It's done. Lair action time. The tomb trembles, well, not the tomb. The tower trembles violently, a memory of its crash into the ice. Each of you must make a DC 19 dex saving throw or be knocked prone.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Boom. Oh.
Knocks all the Nothites in their butts. So put the prone marker on you if you get knocked prone. That was the lair action. And there's also an action after Avanthy. I forgot. Let me do that real quick. So after Avanthy's turn, it'll do one of its legendary actions. Speed of 30. So it flies. 1, 2, 3. It flies to there at the end of Avanthy's turn using one of its 3 legendaries. So one of them's used, 2 left. Okay, then Tony, your turn.
All right. Stand up first.
It's 20 feet above the floor of the lower part of the room, which puts it 10 feet above the floor of the part of the room you're in, which is... So it's 10 feet above your guys' floor.
Okay. So, what's our plan? Are we grab and go?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I got beat up by Bigby's hand last time, so I now learned to run.
Yeah. With the 2.5 squares of movement, I will.
So you stand up.
Out of the...
Okay, I need to draw in the doorway in this other room. Let me do it real quick for you.
Yeah, no worries.
So that'll put you... So when you go north, you come out south. So that puts you there when you come out.
Okay.
Finish move where you want. While you're moving, it
Sorry,
will
where? Where is this?
fly more. Let's see. Will it fly more?
Oh, okay.
The Demolich magically swirls its dusty remains each crew. No, it doesn't that. Okay, it's going to fly 15 more feet. So now the Lich is 10 feet above the floor you guys are on. Right there. So right above the table with all its stuff on it. Still, it's got its spellbook there, and the other scroll is there still. Tony's done. It's done with its legendary after Tony, and then Pruin, your turn.
Pruin will stand up. Do I need to move over here to grab something off the table?
Correct.
We'll move to there to grab the spellbook.
Okay.
And then as an action, dash through the door.
Okay. Move to where you can get. Remember, you go north through the door, you come up into the square to the south of the door in the other room, and then
So
at your turn.
How many can I? If I stand up, that means I've used half my movement, so I have 3 left.
Mm-hmm.
And if I dash, do I just add 3 to it, or add 6?
Yeah, it's 6.
Six.
To it.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It flies, boom, 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 into Pruin's turn, right over your head of Avanthy, kind of glowering down at you as you're holding its staff of power in your hand. It's its last legendary. And then
No.
Nothic. Did I miss a Nothic? Oh, they're way down there. Okay. So the first Nothic stands up. And they have speed of 30. So they go 1, 2 to there. And then it will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there, and it's done. And then the second Nothic's going. He will do the same and get to the same spot there. And then the Skull's turn. The Skull you in the other room hear this through the door to the balcony. The most horrendous, blood-curdling howl you have ever heard, gnawing at your soul. You in the room have to make a saving throw. DC 15 con save, or reduced to 0 hit points.
Whoa.
Me and Pruin, or me and Tony, or the people in the other room?
Just the people in the other room. So Avanthy, Dawson, and Spore, DC 15 con save, or drop to 0 hit points.
Gonna use my
seems
inspiration.
Spore made it. I don't know that you have inspiration, Avanthy, so you didn't use
Oh,
it. So you're
well,
good.
I made it anyway.
And Dawson, you made it. Okay, so you were all frightened till the end of your next turn instead. So put the frightened mark on you guys. That's the heart with a broken lightning bolt through it. The frightened condition does this to you. Condition fright. You can't move willingly closer to the source of the fright, which is the skull. So you can't get closer to the skull. Luckily, you were all within 5 feet of it already, so you could all snake around by Evanthe and go north. So that's good for you. The skull's turn is done, so it's got all its legendaries back. It's used its howl, so I'll mark that off. And what else does it got? That's it. Okay, then after the skull is Spore. Your turn, Spore.
Mage hand, could I grab the scroll and bring it back to myself in one action?
If you cast a Mage Hand, Dawson, do you have to have a Mage Hand? You do not, do you? Oh, yeah, you do. Okay. Okay, Mage Hand. When you cast a spectral hand will appear
I do.
within 30 feet of you. An action to control it. Well, it's an action to cast it. Action to control, dismiss, manipulate object, open door, container store, pour out wild, move hand 30 feet each time you use it. No attack. Okay. Cast again. Alright. So, yeah.
It'll be
you
two
can,
actions
you can
and
cast
grab
Mage
something.
Hand, so Mage Hand's an action, and then it's an action to grab something with it.
So it's two actions versus me.
Just walk up to it
Well,
and grab it.
Yeah, but then I can't go toward the door then.
It's true.
And we already got what did we grab?
Avanthy has a
Pruin grab?
staff. Pruin grabbed. What did you grab, Pruin?
Spellbook.
Ah, so the scroll's sitting there still.
And we already have the Comet one, right?
You do.
Correct.
All right. Right, so I will try to sneak past and leave through the portal, but I will bonus action and that never gets old, by the way.
Okay, so you're there. So it's 1, 2, 3 puts you here. 15 feet of movement to get to there.
And I'll do my symbiotic. So I'll do symbiotic and
So you got 3 more squares of movement to go, or maybe 4 if you're a wild elf, wood elf. Which you're not, I don't think. Right? You are.
Where am
you
I
got 4 more
at?
squares of movement. You're right here now.
All right. Can I go here?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And I did
Yeah.
Shillelagh and my symbiotic.
You did, yeah. So your temps are up there to 40. You can update those to 40. Yeah. Spore's done. Dawson, what do you want? Oh, in the Spore's turn, the skull's going to do something. It's going to do... Energy drain. Each creature within 30 feet of the Imlich must make a DC 15 con saving throw. On a failed save, you're going to take some damage. So this is legendary action, energy drain. Your hit points are going to be reduced by 9 if you fail the save. So Avanthy, your max hit points go down by 9, so you can reduce your... You're at 64.
Oh, max hit points.
Yeah, you're at 64
okay,
out of 64 now. And Dawson, DC 15 con save. No problem for Dawson. He ignores the my liches. That's it for his legendary. That took 2 of his legendaries. So that was after Spore's turn. Dawson, your turn.
All right, I'm grabbing the scroll off the table.
You have to move
and
closer to the table.
I gotta stand up. Grab the scroll off the table.
But if you do, you can't move any closer to the skull. But if you're standing here and you just go skirting around the edge of the skull, you can get out.
Well, is it based on my knowledge of the arcane? Do I suppose that I could say Misty Step or Dimension Door through that gate?
You suppose you could Dimension Door to anywhere within range of a Dimension Door spell. And that other room, you don't know exactly where it's at, but you'd assume it's like below you somewhere. It'd be pretty difficult to hit it just right.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm not getting the scroll then.
Okay.
I'm just going to go out.
Okay, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4 puts you there. 20 feet of movement to there. You were not prone, right?
I was prone.
You were prone. So you're dashing now. You've got 25 more feet of movement left. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't have to do that. You could have just gone 1, 2 into Avanthy Square. 3 puts you there, which means you've only used a move action so far to get there. There. So now what, Dawson?
Well, I'm going for the gate, for the balcony.
Go to there. Okay, after Dawson, the last of the night. Oh, after Dawson, its turn. It will do Cloud of Dust. Avanthy, make a DC 15 con save or become blind. So you're not blind. You shake that off. And it's done with all its legendaries. Now the Nothic's turn, the one all the way in the back there. I'm going to stand up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. +3 for standing. That round is over. Avanthy, your turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
Grab the scroll.
Oh, you're not feared, are you?
Nope, I'm not.
Nice.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That leaves me with getting back into the other room.
Yep, 25 puts you right there.
You said they pop out around there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, 30. Is this for the spindle? And I'll hold up the staff. Is that what's happening?
Or is it for the monolith?
Oh, it's for the monolith.
For the black monolith.
What does the
Which-
scroll do?
I think the scroll finishes everything.
You want to look at the scroll? Let's see. You.
Oh, that scroll.
Avanthy, have you used your action yet? You
Let's see, I
disengaged as a bonus.
Yeah.
And you moved so far. So you still have an action if you want. To read the scroll.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't read it, just to see what it says.
Not read it,
right?
just determine what it is. Yes, that is what I would like to
Let's see here. It is a scroll of... Dun, 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 dun. Another super powerful magical scroll. A scroll of Tarrasque summoning.
Oh,
It'll cause a Tarrasque to appear in an unoccupied space you can see within 1 mile of you. It's hostile towards all creatures.
Even those that summoned it.
Yep. Exactly.
Especially those that summoned it.
Especially that, yep.
How long does it take to cast?
It's an action.
Oh,
read
you
the
should
scroll.
take it to the balcony and cast it down. I don't know how long you cast it down on the god, whatever, Earl.
Auril.
But it appears randomly within 1 mile of where the scroll is read?
Nope. Unoccupied space you see within a mile. So you pick the space.
Okay.
Oh, that's end game stuff
Okay,
right
Evanthe, you're
there.
done. Darkness is going now. The darkness
My only
tries to
friend.
take you out. This Nothic. Let's get a deck save.
The darkness is helping? I mean, I know it helped teleport somebody, but...
So the Nothic disappears into whatever is inside that darkness. Lair action goes. No lair action takes effect. And then Tony, your turn.
Did it look like any of them were following yous?
Does now that we're all back in this room and nobody's sitting in the chairs drop the door?
No, it's still there.
It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
The skull was right by this portal last time I checked. I ran out of there before I could see where they were moving.
Okay. Tony will move to about theirs and ready an attack if something walks through.
Way to go, Tony. Let's see here. Let's use all his lair actions. So, Bruin, your turn. Oh no.
Do I see something here?
Just the spindle spinning around slowly.
Go to right there,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna look at the spell book. Anything in there that would help me
spellbook.
decipher the spindle?
The Incantations of Eriolarthus is the name of the book. And it's a weighty spellbook. Its black leather covers have dead, toothy worms glued to them. It's sheathed in glossy varnish. Set into the morbid display on the front of the cover is a gold rune that resembles a stylized eye with a pupil shaped like a candle flame. The book contains almost 100 pages of brittle yellow vellum. Nothing obvious besides spells inside it. Okay, so that's your action. The Nothic's going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead, Tony. So one of these horrible old wizards appear.
Yep. What
Looking
does
like
a 16 get me?
16 gets you a hit.
Yeah, that'll be it, because that's my reaction.
11 points of magic piercing to the thing. Okay, then it will multi-attack you with its claws, Tony. 20 to hit.
That'll hit
6 slashing.
for 6.
Missed you. It's done. Next Nothic is gone. I'll just take him out. He's inside the demo plane. The skull. It moves through. Oh. See if he recharges. Moves to here. Let me see a recharge in the howl. Ooh, no recharge on its howl. So it gets to there, and then it's going to, as its action, do a life drain. Targets up to 3 creatures it can see within 10 feet of it. That'd be Tony and Avanthy. I'll just do those 2. And it's going to do...
What again? Oh.
Life drain.
And a
So
life drain is.
This is Avanthy and Tony. 22 necrotic damage to each of you. 19 con save negates.
Easy. Fuck.
So
Ugh.
I got a question for you. I don't know if this is broken or not, but it's not a reaction, action, or bonus action, the spreading of spores. As long as my symbiotic entity is active, I can hurl it, but it doesn't come across as an action or a bonus action or as a reaction.
It's a bonus as far as I read it.
Oh, never mind.
It's that little bee.
It failed me. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so the skull moved through to there, did the drain, doing 22 points to Avanthy. This does not lower your max, though, Avanthy. I don't think.
Oh, hooray! Hallelujah!
No, your max stays full, but you took 22 necrotic damage.
Huzzah, huzzah!
I did the same thing, don't worry.
The good thing it does is it heals the Demi-Lich, but he's full hit points, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, so that does that. All his legendaries reset, and it is now your turn, Spore.
So nobody's going to give me the scroll to run to the balcony to cast it, are they?
If you walked next to Avanthy, you can take it from her as your free interaction.
Does anybody have any reason why I can't do this?
Please do not summon a Tarask right this moment.
Okay. Anyways, I guess I'll do something else.
Give us, I don't know, 18 seconds. Rough estimation.
All right. So, Demi-Lich, something. Is that space in the cloud there? Like, if I conjure something, it's not going to disappear, right? It can stand behind the skull. Like that, the whole cloud there is not a ethereal.
You'll have to try it and see. You're not positive. You don't think it'll disappear.
Okay. Well, then I'll just do Summon Beast then.
Go for it.
Let me click the right thing. Summon Beast. And I'll do a land-based one.
Okay.
I'll drag my own one.
Okay.
Did you know which one do you want to do?
There's
Summon Beast?
L2. So you do Summon Beast L2. If you do it at level 2.
Yeah, I'm doing level 2. But
You'll default to the
do
air
you care
one.
what icon?
Here. So, I don't think there's different icons, are there? Spells. Or no, it's not spell, it's under monsters. Familiar wild
Summon
shape.
beast too. Yep, I got it.
So yeah, drag that out, right click on it, go down to multi-sided, choose side, change it to the land animal, which I just did. Its hit points are going to be 30 instead of 20, so I'll adjust those.
All right.
And otherwise, it's ready for you to rock and roll with. Go for
Okay,
it.
that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to say free action. Don't go into the same space, and I'll use my bonus action to throw my spores in the square draw shape.
Spores
So
is
don't go.
a 10-foot cube. You can put your guy here and put the spores in the 10-foot cube northwest of the skull to not...
Oh,
to get
okay.
those two guys. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Okay, good
All
job.
right, so don't go into that magenta cube.
Oh, I wanted to.
All right.
Well, a part of me wanted to go back.
Anything else, Spore?
No, that's it.
Go ahead and attack with your animal.
Okay. Click on that. And maul.
Nice. He hit, but unfortunately the Demi-Lich is immune to non-magic attacks.
Okay, dokie.
No. That
So,
doesn't mean the Nothic isn't.
that's right. Spore's all done, I assume?
Yep.
The end of Spore's turn, we got some legendaries come in. The Demi-Lich. He's going to do his energy drain, which will take 2 of his legendaries off. And that's going to do... each creature hit point max is reduced by 3d6, by 6 hit points, 15 con save negates. I'll roll for your wolf. Con save.
This is everybody
You
in the
made
club.
Yeah, basically everyone.
Yeesh.
Not the con save. 15. Made it. If you fail a 15 con save, you reduce your hit point max by 6. If that drops your hit point max below your current hit points go down by the same amount.
Always.
Who all was targeted?
You probably are out 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you're in it. Sorry.
Oh,
So lower your max hit points by 6, and therefore your current by 6. Okay, that was the end of Spore's turn. It's done with its legendary. Dawson, your turn. The fear, by the way, is gone. It was till the end of your turn. So
Tony, are you hitting this thing? Would haste help you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm hasting Tony.
all right, concentration mark on you, Dawson. Haste mark on you, Tony.
I go fast.
Move where you want, Dawson. Nothic's turn. Nothic in the other room.
Hastened. Hastened?
1, 2,
Like
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gonna enter the spores. And then 9.
And
there.
can I...
So you need the, click that spores button. See how much damage you do for them. 11 necrotic. 16 con
It makes that
save
exact sound,
negates. You got him for 11 necrotic. There's a dash for him to get there. He's done, and then the round's over. And then Avanthy's turn.
Does anybody want me to try to search that library for anything that we just ran away from?
No, I thought we got everything.
Okay. Oh, I meant the sunken library.
Oh, well, after we kill everybody.
So
Yeah,
we're staying
I'll
and
look-
fighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It's a bad idea to run away and have him kill us from behind.
Sure. Alrighty, I'm gonna... If there's stuff in my melee range, then I can't throw something without disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna... disengage. Bonus action. From here. Attacking the Demi-Lich with the beast nearby. Does that count as a sneak attack?
It does.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to attack. 16 probably does not hit, though, I'm guessing.
16 does not hit.
Okay. One more back.
All right, at the end of Avanthy's turn, the skull's got one more legendary. It will do its, let's see, it's got all allies around, so no reason, and it doesn't matter if that beast attacks it, can't hurt it. No reason to stay in the spores. So we'll use this legendary to fly half its speed. It'll fly to here to not provoke from Tony, and it's stunned. That's the end of its legendaries. Then we got a lair action coming. That's going to be...
Is it still up 20 feet off the ground?
Oh, let's see. No, it had to come down to the level of the door to get through. So it's going to be just, right now, 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Because if it goes to 10, it'd leave your reach.
It would.
Okay, so it goes 5 feet off the ground to there. Lair action is going to be... Tony, an anti-magic field fills the space you're in, moving with you, so you have no magic going, Tony. That will trigger the end of the haste, so you will have no movement or actions till after your next turn.
Okay.
But the haste is going to come back, so that'd be... No, it'd just be, you're just under no magic right now. So that's its
does
lair
that...
action. So it does not
Okay.
trigger the end of the haste, because the haste is going to come back as soon as the magic goes away. So, Tony, your turn, but
Okay.
no magic items.
And I can't move out of that area, right?
Moves with you. Yep.
Moves with me. Okay. A little less than fun. Well, let's just attack the Nothic.
Okay.
That's in that area.
Okay.
Uh,
So it'd just be -1 in the attack and -1 in the damage, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
15
So
for
15,
11.
16, 10. Yep.
15 is a hit for 11. 16's a hit for 10.
Mm-hmm.
11's a miss.
All right.
All done?
And no, I think I want to do something with my bonus action real quick. Let's see. D&D Beyond. Where are my bonus actions? Actually, no. I'll stay as is.
Okay.
We're good.
Then Prune, your turn.
All right. Pruin is going to cast Spirit Guardians. Can I see everyone from here? I believe I can.
You sure can. Except Dawson.
Is Dawson still in the other room?
He's like out in the balcony.
Oh. Oh, well then I can move to see Dawson. 1, 2,
Yeah, you can see him from there
3 there.
and still see Avanthy, so you're good. Okay.
All right.
So you have Spirit Guardians going. Anything else, Prune?
No.
All right. Give me some damage spore to that Nothic starting inside the spores.
Happily.
He failed his saving throw, took 16 necrotic damage, and dies.
Yes.
Nice.
Skull's turn, resetting all his legendaries.
Spirit Guardians.
He's in the Spirit Guardians. Here is his, wisdom save? He made it. He takes 6 radiant.
Which he's vulnerable to.
Turns out he's not vulnerable to radiant. But he is not immune to it either, so 6 radiant. There we go. All done. Oh no, this is his turn. Let's see. So his turn just starts. So this will do a reroll on his howl. That's a recharge on the howl. So everyone's within 30 feet of the lich. As this thing howls, this utter pain and torment and soul-crushing howl. Everyone make a 15 con save or reduce to 0 hit points.
Whew.
Prune and Spore are good. I think, Avanti, you might be out of it. One,
I am out of range.
5, 6, you are. Yep. And let's see here. Dawson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're in range. Beast made it. Holy cow. Dawson made it. Who didn't make it?
Oh,
Tony made it. Okay. Everyone
Hooray!
who made it is afraid. You're frightened till the end of your next turn. So put the heart symbol on you guys. You're all frightened until your next turn. Let's see, the howl just affects everyone. Each creature in 30 feet that can hear the howl. Okay, so here goes the Nothic. Nothic drops to the floor dead.
That's awesome.
Skull's done. Spore, your turn.
I scared. I will move northward. Oops, that's not me. That's me. 4, and then. But I can still attack, though, right?
Yeah, you can do everything you want.
Okay.
Except move closer.
And then I'll do. Yeah, and then I'll chill touch.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know why I did this. It's much easier the
That's
other
a
way.
hit.
22. I'm going to re-roll it with
Except
the
you do
damage.
have disadvantage, so you got to roll one more time.
Okay. And I'll do it from...
Okay, we'll use the left one for your next roll.
Yeah, we'll use the left one.
16
So
is a
16.
miss.
Okay. And then I think my bonus action, I'll place Hex. Should have done that before, but I'll place Hex.
Hex on the skull?
Yep.
Okay, concentration mark on you. Hex on the skull. Got the skull covered. And Spore's done. And Dawson, your turn. Oh wait, at the end of Spore, the skull's going to do something. It's going to head and do... It'll do... A vile curse. It'll do a vile curse on Tony.
Oh, that's not nice.
15 wisdom save, or else you'll have disadvantage on attacks and saves.
Alrighty. Boom.
Tony made it.
Well done.
Okay, that was
Yeah,
its
good job.
vile curse, which is all 3 of its legendaries. So now Dawson.
I'm going to blast it with a 2nd level magic missile
Nice.
for 15.
15 points of force damage. That hurt it bad. Now it turns its attention to you, Dawson.
Good.
Round is over. Evanthe, your turn.
Alrighty. Is Tony still considered menacing this thing?
Tony is adjacent. Yep.
Okay, great.
And threatening.
And can I attack from exactly where I am?
I certainly am threatening.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
There
hit.
we go. Awesome.
Yeah, sneak
Let's
attack
see.
with that too.
Where is it? Up here. Here it is.
Wow, nice sneak attack. Okay, so this is going to be 32 points of psychic damage. Ooh, it's immune to psychic damage.
Ooh.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Oh.
No. Got any
Well, I
regular
have-
blades?
I have learned that now, and well, I do, but I set it aside for a bag of beans. I can throw beans at it if you want. If any more Nautics come, I got them.
What are you doing, Aventhy?
I'm gonna back up and hide.
After Aventhy is lair action. So the anti-magic field's gone, Tony. That's the good news.
Bad news, it's back.
The bad news is the Lich. Then my Lich targets any number of creatures it can see within 30 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is everyone except for Avanthy. And none of you can regain hit points this round.
Oh.
So that was a lair action. Tony, your turn.
And frightened is just
Till the end of your turn.
I can't. Okay.
You can't
And
move,
I can't move
closer.
towards it.
You have disadvantage on attacks. But the haste is
Yeah,
working
well.
again.
Yeah, let's start swinging. First one
Nice.
as a 15 hit.
Miss.
Second one, a 21 surely
That
hits, right?
That is
Then,
10 points of magic piercing. It resists magical attacks, so it takes 5 for that.
and I'm also slapping fire rune
Ooh.
on it.
Hit creature with attack using a weapon. Deal extra 7 fire. And restrain.
Yeah, and it's the strength save
16 strength
against
save
restrain.
to negate. 16 strength save. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it failed the 16 strength save. Subject to save for half. No. Legendary resistance failed. He'll go ahead and succeed instead. So that's one of his legendaries.
Big sad. That's okay. That's okay though.
Down to 2 lows left.
Okay. So that is the second attack. The third attack, oh my goodness.
That's a hit.
23 for 9.
9 does 4 to him.
Okay. And then my haste attack. A 16 for 9.
16 missed.
Okay.
All right.
I'm no longer frightened.
After Tony, yeah, take the heart off. End your turn. After Tony is Pruin.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon. Find it real fast. And take a swing.
Oh,
27 for 12 force.
12 force. The force does full damage to it. 12 points. Big cut into the crack of that thing.
And as my action, I'm going to dodge.
After Pruin, Skull's turn. Recharge on the Howl. Does not recharge, so it will use Life Drain. Everything within 10 feet of it. 17 necrotic damage to all of you guys. 19 con save negates.
Boom.
Tony
If I'm
takes a
dodging,
man.
do I get advantage on the con save?
No, you don't. It's
You
only
don't
10
need
feet,
it.
Elson, so you're safe. Either way, you made it. Pruin, you fail.
Yep.
So it gets 17 points back, and you take 17. And then your wolf. Make a save for the wolf, Spore.
He's just sitting there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Concentration check.
Concentration check, go ahead. That's a
What's
success.
that? What is it? For 17?
10.
Mhm.
Perfect.
The wolf takes 17 necrotic, and the skull gets 17 back.
Oh, hey, by the way, I forgot. It was his turn, right? So Spiritual Guardians at the beginning.
Wisdom save. He made it. He took 6. Okay. That was his action. All his legendaries reset. And next to go is Spore.
Right. I am going to. Screw it. I'm gonna try this and see if this works. I'm gonna cast. He's gonna legendary action, but I gotta try it. So I'm gonna cast polymorph. Did it come up? Yeah. I'm gonna try to cast polymorph on the skull.
16 wisdom save. Made it.
Okay. All right. I'll just stay there. I will move my creature over closer to me.
Actually, the polymorph would drop your creature, I think, because it's concentration too, right?
Is polymorph? Yeah, that's
It
fine.
is.
Okay. Finish your move where you want, Spore, then Dawson, your turn.
Yeah, right there.
Another second level magic missile.
Check polymorph.
13?
13.
13 points of force to it. Boom. Okay, that's the end of Dawson's turn. It's going to go ahead and use a legendary then Dawson's turn. Tried the curse on Tony, but that didn't work. I'm going to hope it's a curse Dawson. It'll energy drain creatures within 30 feet of it. The 2 legendaries. Okay, everyone within 30 feet. 15 con save, or you have your max reduced by 9.
God damn
Oh
it.
no.
I've got a freaking 19 constitution and I can't make con saves to save my life.
Same.
Reduced by 9?
9, yeah, off your max. And if that drops it below your current, lower your current to match. Alright, that was the end of Dawson's turn. That took 2 of its legendaries to do. Then the round ends, and then Avanthy's turn.
Okay. Would I know whether anybody has the ability to make any of my weapons magical? Would I have learned that by now?
You know you could grab someone's weapon and use it. Pruin's got a magic weapon. Spore's got... Spore's using his magic weapon, I think. But Pruin's got a magic weapon.
Pruin does not have a magic weapon.
Your Staff of
Got a
Charming.
shillelagh.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you could use that as a
Yeah,
weapon.
it's a magic staff, yeah. Yeah. So there's some that have magic weapons. There's also the
Okay.
help action, which is useful. There's
But it
also...
requires getting close, right?
It does.
Okay. All right, for now, I'm gonna and how do these spores work?
Those
In
purple
the
spores?
Yeah.
Don't go in there. You'll take damage on the start if you enter them.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna see here. Move to here. 30.
Nice roll. 70 feet.
Yeah. Though I do think I'm gonna have to. I mean, would you? Oops, I'm sorry. That was not what I meant to do at all. Would you say I could get next to Pruin?
A square you can see? Yeah, you could be there where you're pointing.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be passing through all this
Right.
stuff. I would just auto teleport there, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that. Oops. And can I steal that? Can I borrow that staff, please?
That's fine.
Okay. Let's see. That's my movement and my bonus action. So can I take the staff as my main action?
Your free interaction, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think that's all my movement and my bonus action and a free action. But I guess I could use my main action to dash.
Sure, yep.
Okay. Right here.
Alright, after Avanthy lair action, or no, after Avanthy's turn, it's got one more legendary, which it could do fly, or it could use its dust again, immune effect at the end of the next turn. It'll do Cloud of Dust, try and blind Tony and Pruin. So Cloud of Dust is... Boom. 15 con save, Tony. 15 con save, Pruin, or be blind. Pruin is blind. That was Avanthy's turn. Lair action. It's going to do Tomb, trembles violently. 19 dex save, or be knocked prone.
Was that not
Everyone.
just a lair action?
That was a lair action. I mean, a legendary. Now it's doing a lair.
Okay.
15. Where's that? Lair action. 19. Dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone.
Do I have advantage on this one since I'm dodging?
No. Dodging is dex
Is this for
saves.
everybody?
Oh, that you do. Yeah, dex saves you do.
I'd have to,
Okay. I mean,
I'd have to roll a natural 20 to get.
everyone pay attention here. Each creature on the floor of the tomb, 19 dex save or prone. All right. While you guys mark the prone condition, if you get knocked prone, we'll go on to Tony. Your turn, Tony.
Well, stand back up. Yeah, a mild inconvenience. And then we're going to attack the skull.
No disadvantage even this time, right?
No, not this time.
That's a hit.
It's a taste. This is going to be a tasty turn.
6 damage. Oops. Sorry, I did that. 6 damage to you, not to this skull.
Oh, no.
-6 to that. And then 14 is -7.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And then a crit for 13.
Crit for 13 is -6.
Here comes the haste attack.
Hit for 4 more.
Okay, and now it's action surge.
Nice.
Let's get 3 more attacks.
3 more attacks.
19
That
for...
missed.
Oh. Oh, my.
That missed.
And
That missed. Oh, no. That's the end of Tony's turn. He has no legendaries left, though. Pruin, your turn.
Well, Prune's blind. Well, first he's going to stand up.
Okay.
And then he's going to move back 5 feet. Since there was one of the things he did that was 10 feet. Not going to dodge anymore because I didn't do a damn bit of good. Spiritual weapon as a bonus action with disadvantage since I'm blind.
Miss.
It's only going to be an 18. That sucks. And I'm going to ready a sacred flame for, if I could, for later.
Readying a spell takes concentration.
Nope, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Dang it. Good point. Well, then I guess I am going to dodge for lack of anything,
Dodge.
really,
Got it.
because I
Okay.
have to see to do sacred flame.
You have to see the dodge, too, I think. Actually, no, you don't. I bet you only have to have no 0 movement. Okay, the skull's turn. Recharging his...
Do I get to make another save for the blindness, or does that last?
Blindness. Let me double check. I think it's just till the end of your turn. Let's see, though. Cloud. Blind till the end of your next turn, yep. So you're not blind at the end of your turn.
All right, and then spiritual guardians on the skull.
Actually, it's till the end of his next turn. Spiritual Guardians of the Skull. Okay, so here's the skull saving throw. Wisdom save. Made it. Took 7 points. Okay. He's getting close. Skull's turn. Let's see if it recharges its howl. Does not. So it will instead do... This is so tasty. It's got to do it. Moves to there, provoking from you, Tony.
I won't take it.
Really? Okay. Gets to there, and it does life drain. 28 necrotic to Pruin, 28 necrotic to Tony, and it'll heal all the damage you guys take. 19 con save negates.
Okay, let's Indomitable for that.
Okay.
Wherever the button is.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Yay!
No damage.
That's
the skull.
why we don't take opportunity attacks when you have 10 reactions to take.
Wow, that was a huge turn. That skull would have healed over 50 points back.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
That helps a ton. Yeah, it's done all its legendaries reset, and your turn Spore.
Right, bonus action drop. I don't know how to get these boxes. I drop that as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I walk right up next to it, and I hit it.
Nice.
I mean, we just need to kill it.
Yep.
So hit with my shillelagh. I don't know why I did this and I get punished for it. Anyways, that's my action.
After
I'm just so
Spore,
used to doing it that way.
Dawson. Oh wait, at end of Spore's turn, Skull's going to do a legendary or two. Can do energy drain. Yeah. Okay. So take 2 of its legendaries. So everyone everyone within 30 feet. Everyone within 30 feet is going to lose 12 hit points from their max unless they make a 15 con save.
Oh, so close.
So you guys can lower your max and your current hit points if you fail that save, and then it's Dawson, your turn.
What was the points on it?
12.
12 points.
12?
15 con save
And-
negates.
Okay, and Tom, I realize that I'm wearing, or my life level tattoo actually makes me resistant to necrotic damage, which I have not been factoring in. Tom, do you mind if I read on my health?
Yeah, no problem. This isn't necrotic. This one.
Okay.
Some of it you might have taken has been. You can kind of scroll up through the top and see if you can find what was necrotic. Like the life drain. If he hits you with a life drain, that is necrotic.
Yeah, exactly.
The energy drain is not. Okay, so that was Dawson, your turn.
I'm gonna try a 4th level magic missile on this guy. Let's maybe get lucky. Not like that.
It's pretty good though. 5, 5, 4, and 5 is 15. Is 21 points of force damage. Oh,
That seems good.
so close.
Oh,
Anything else, Dawson?
Knees on him.
He's so close. The end of Dawson's turn. He's only got 1 legendary left. He can do flight or cloud of dust. He'll do flight. This will provoke from you, Spore, as he flies up into the ceiling.
So
Swing your staff at him if you want with a reaction.
now I'm going to do it from the icon, and it's going to be a critical.
Go for it. It is.
Oh my god!
So that is 19, 30,
Wow.
37 points of damage.
Wow. A deep
You,
fissure
sir, get a golf clap.
appears across the skull, out from which leaks gray miasma and dust. The skull looks left, then right, then turns to the window ledge that Dawson is on, as if it wanted one final glimpse of the city it devoted its life to. But alas, the last requests are never granted for some, and it crumbles into dust halfway to the window. Ythryn's sovereign has finally been put to rest.
Wow.
You have little time to celebrate your victory, however, as you turn and you look and you see the frost climbing up the hemisphere. And then the thunder outside screams with such ferocity that you clasp your hands to your ears or risk going deaf. The rime explodes in a storm of icy shrapnel. Even as far away as you are, well, you're not, you're inside it, daggers of frost are hurled at you down the hall, especially at you, Dawson. You duck behind the parapets. They impale themselves in the stone wall beside you. In the frigid aftermath, you all hear a new bout of crackling frost. And Dawson, you look out, and you see a pillar of ice growing upward from the streets, reaching up toward the balcony you're standing on. And the Frostmaiden is standing on it. So, the Frostmaiden is coming up this pillar of ice. She's got to make it 500 plus feet into the air on top of this pillar that she's basically being flown up on. So you guys could run for it and put some distance between her, maybe get even out of the tower as she's entering if you want, or you can make your final stand here.
Where are we wanting to go?
You
Somewhere
could
to
get
take
away
a
from
nice
her
nap.
completely where she doesn't know. So your choices are get away from her completely where she has to go back to trying to hunt you down. Stay here and fight. Hide in some room and defend, fight from some room. Summon the Trascu.
Yeah.
Perhaps to buy some time.
What else can you do? Oh,
We have
take,
to be
if you,
outside to summon the comet.
yeah, the
right?
comet, you have to actually be outside. Take the staff of power that you have. When you flee and she's trying to catch you, take the staff and roll back time. So, quite a few choices you have.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea of the Tarrasque.
Yeah, me neither. Or yeah, me too.
Say we run out, get to the
do-
obelisk.
We know
Right?
where the obelisk is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We turn back time. If we can't turn back time, we cast both spells at the same time, so the Tarrasque comes down, riding the comet into the tower and hits her. I'm just saying, kind of like Dr. Lovejoy. No, what was that?
Strange Love.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Strange.
Strange
Or
Love.
how I learned to love the bomb.
Yeah.
I like the way you're thinking.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what I was thinking is if we summon the Tarrasque, that could keep her busy while we go to the obelisk. And then if that doesn't work, we can summon the meteor.
So we summon it in this room.
I think with the Tarrasque, you could summon it any point within 1 mile. I say we summon it right over the top of her
That you can see.
that you could see. So we could see her pillar that she's rising on. We summon the Tarrasque over her.
That's
Boom.
dirty.
I know.
Is there any chance that she would just run from it? Like,
I mean, she is a
she's-
god.
Yeah, I don't see that. She's a goddess.
I don't know.
but is chasing after us more important to her?
So your choices are get to the obelisk, roll back time. Summon a Tarrasque to delay her while you get to the obelisk to roll back time. Or summon the Tarrasque to try and kill her and not roll back time. Kill her on your own. Stand here as your final stand and kill your god. And read the scroll as a last resort. Last man standing, read it.
I like the idea of the Tarrasque trying to kill her, and then if that doesn't work, we roll back time.
Yeah, we should wait as long as possible to roll back time, just so we get as much entertainment out of big screamy Tarrasque versus tiny ice lady.
I love it.
But we're still running away during that time, right?
Well, yeah, we're making our
Oh,
way to the
yeah.
obelisk.
Yeah.
Roll back time.
Because we need to pick up Mr. Hot Brain Freeze, right? Mrs. Hot Brain Freeze.
Set back time.
They said that they could do that, but we also need to think of a way to fix the obelisk too.
Brain jar man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I say we go get Brain Jar Man.
Maybe.
So you run.
Brain Jar Woman.
You run back
Well, we
down to the
summon the
level.
Tarrasque first.
You're going to summon the Tarrasque
But
first.
but
That's
after
gonna...
summoning the task, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we summon the Tarrasque first.
You summon the Tarrasque. Where are you going to be when you summon him?
I feel like through the door. We're going to be right where we're at. We're going to summon it through the drawers on top of the
Ice pillar?
not drawers, but the doors.
Like basically, should we make it here on this balcony while we're all inside running?
No,
back
we don't
through?
summon it. We cast the summoning spell here. We summon the Tarrasque over the ice pillar.
Yeah. So put you guys where you want to be. One of
Okay.
you has to see it when you cast it.
I'm staying right where I'm at.
Oh my
Goodness, that can't be right.
Oh. How is this real? This is like Christmas in May.
Wait, I'm not reading this scroll. Somebody's got to go out here and read it. One of you reckless characters.
Yeah, the wizard needs to read it.
The wizard.
It's a point. It's a point that we can see within a mile, so we could cast it from like where we came up through the trap door, as long as we can still see beyond the balcony from there.
We cannot because of those darkness spells.
Oh, I see. Well, at least from where I'm standing, then.
Well, you guys have to make a choice in a hurry. The Frostmaiden will be on you in a matter of seconds.
Dawson, cast a spell. You're the wizard.
I'll mage
All
hand
right.
hold the door for you.
fine.
So you cast it down there in the ground where he's got to rip the column down, and then you can get away?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we'll assume you guys basically get away as this thing is summoned. You're going to make your way back to this guy. You're going to ask him to take you down the stairs and over to the pillar to roll back time. Okay?
If I could turn back time.
Then you guys are going to... okay, so you summon the Tarrasque, and you hear an unearthly, otherworldly roar come from the foundations of the citadel that you're on. The whole thing shakes tremendously as you're running back to the shaft that descends straight down. You leap off of that with a rope on the edge, find yourselves landing on the floor down here, then run across the invisible bridge to there, where you meet up with your buddy, who's going to run out with you. And she's a little perturbed at this whole shaking apocalypse going on. She didn't think that summoning the Tarrasque was how you're going to distract him. So
Very necessary.
So you guys go running down the bridge as a Tarrasque and Auril are battling. I don't think she's going to stay long as she's fighting him. And the question is, can he kill her in a bite or two? So, I'll have the Tarrasque go first. See how much you can do to Auril in one round. Multi-attack, bite for present, and bite, and claw twice, and horns, and tail, and can swallow instead of bite. Let's roll initiative, because she might not want to stay for even a round of that.
That's one action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she lost the initiative to him. The Tarrasque's first. Okay, so it's multi-attack. It's got
Press the button.
Frightful Presence, which she is immune to fright. And then it's got
Well, not a
bite
bad
and
attitude.
claw. So his bite on her... 33 to hit the Frostmaiden. 28 points of piercing damage. She takes all 28. And grapple.
Had a level 20 character kill a Tarrasque once.
Wait,
Wow.
what if? Never mind.
What if what?
No.
You know what's going to happen.
What if the Tarrasque lives and rampages across the world?
Well, that's why we turned back time.
There you go.
We're going to turn back time.
Okay, so she's grappled by the thing. It's got her grabbed in its mouth with its bite. Okay, so that's that. And then can swallow instead of bite, but it had bite first. And then claw times 2. Boom, boom. Both hit for 21 and 29. Auril's being ripped to shreds by the Tarrasque. And then horns and tail. Horns miss with the 1 on the die.
Wow.
Restrained when
Yikes.
grappled, though, so that's actually a 31 to hit. That finishes Auril. So,
Oh no.
dun, dun,
Great.
dun.
She has Death Ward, right?
It's an avatar.
You've done the impossible. You've struck down a deity, or summoned a Tarrasque to strike down a deity. They will call you Godslayers, heroes of Icewind Dale. For with the Frostmaiden dead, the land can at last heal from the everlasting. The slush shudders into the form of a jagged glacial maiden armed with a morning star. She says, "You have made a grave mistake." All detachment gone, all frigid indifference melted and boiled into rage. She stands again in front of the Tarrasque in her new form of just shards of ice, basically. So the Tarrasque ripped apart and is kind of shaking like a dog, the original form of Auril. And now she stands in front of the Tarrasque like this form. Reformed into an icy form, and the Tarrasque's all done, and now it's her turn.
Yeah, this is just great.
Let's see here. She can move Only 30. Not good.
How far are we?
You guys are running down the stairs.
Okay.
So you're running down. Let's see here. If
We
look at
couldn't
this,
like cast the comet on both of them.
you guys are running down these stairs right here. The ice
Okay.
tower's base is like right here. And it's coming up. And so the Trascu and her are fighting like about here underneath you right now.
Between us and the obelisk.
Yeah, so once you get down to the base of the tower, or if you start flying, you have to get to the obelisk, which is over here.
Awesome.
So that fight's raging, but she's not going to be much of a match even in this divine form. So, back to you guys. You run down the tower. What do you want to do to get to the obelisk? Any fast ways to get there? Or just run? Run.
Well, half of us can fly if we really want to do that.
Yeah, I think that we need to set back time before our funny joke comes back to haunt us.
Well, we need to find out how long it'll take to turn back time, and then get right to that moment, and then watch the rest of the fight.
Okay, you're going to try and fly? You need to do something besides just running along the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
fly.
I can expend as many of these.
Or can you
teleportations.
polymorph someone into an eagle?
I can. Well, how many do I have? Sorry,
Ruin does
like,
not have a way of getting from point A to point B that is not him running.
all right, I can.
Same with Tony.
I can. All right, so I can polymorph one person. Hand up, raise your hand. And I don't know what I can wild shape at this level. I can also wild shape.
Before that happens, I'm going to attempt to get divine intervention.
Go for it. Roll your divine intervention roll. It's a D100. You want to roll low. Might even be on the macro. Not low enough. No gods hear your cries for help in this silent, icy tomb.
It's worth a shot. Okay, you can go ahead and polymorph for Pruin.
All
Okay.
right, polymorph. And then I can keep my concentration while I'm in wild form, can I not?
Yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
as you're running down the stairs, getting ready to polymorph, the suit of armor just like clatters to the ground and tumbles around you. And you look in concern at the one who's going to turn back time, but you see just the brain floating there. And it says, "Grab me, I'm much lighter to carry."
Oh,
So the brain
most
of the armor
excellent.
detached from the armor, so you can carry it. So you grab it, scoop it up, and quickly make your way across the city as this huge battle is raging at the base of the tower between the god and the Tarasque, and the Tarasque's having the upper hand, killing the god in one round, and then taking 2 rounds to kill this form of Auril before she can get away. You guys are nearing the base of the tower. Auril's forming into her second form.
Third form, fourth form.
Yeah, like a second transformed form.
When the second form is destroyed, deep fissures appear along the Frostmaiden's jagged, icy form. One by one, glacial sheets fall off, shattering below, until at last there is nothing left of the deity but a floating diamond that gleams with divine spark. And this diamond flies up into the air above the Tarasque and begins flying toward you. The Tarasque chasing after it like it's some sort of dog toy. As you guys arrive at the site of the Black Obelisk. So, the brain tells you what to do with the staff, where to place it, and starts uttering the command words. And you have one last chance to decide to do something else. If you're committed to setting back time, go ahead and take your token. I don't know what else you could do, unless you can teleport home. Take your token and move it 1 square up if you want to go back in time.
Can you snap me?
You guys are all right here.
Yeah.
All right. Going back in time, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lose level. Oh, no!
Should I try to use these mason's tools to fix the obelisk first?
There's no time.
I don't think you have time.
There's no time, they say.
Okay.
Jump.
So, as the spells finish, the Trascu is raging, starting to rip apart the city as it's chasing after the god. The cold, hard diamond flying toward you, the wrath encased in ice. When the obelisk is gone, leaving an indentation in the ground where it once stood. In its place is an Aarakocra with brilliant colored plumage. Using telepathy, it reaches out to each of you in turn and introduces itself as Nikali. I am released from a duty long forgotten, it says. The world has rolled back more than 1,500 years. Now, history can be rewritten. The city is no longer trapped deep beneath the Reghead Glacier. Instead, it drifts among the clouds, its spires and other structures agleam and undamaged. A sky coach glides overhead, bathing you briefly in its shadow before making its way toward the city's glass-enclosed skydock. Weaving between the city's spires are boulevards traversed by tall humans of noble bearing in wizardly robes, many of them accompanied by hairless, green-skinned humanoids that serve as their valets and bodyguards. Some take note of your presence, while others gawk at the empty space where the obelisk once stood. And that is the end of the Frostmaiden. As you find yourselves in the year minus 343 DR.
Wow.
The Frostmaiden destroyed, or gone from this time frame. And now you guys...
2,000 years?
Yeah, you went back 2,000 years. Now, to get back to playing in Adventure League, you'll need a wish spell, which you can get with giving up one of your magic items. And if you go up to 11th level, you'll have 6 magic items, so you'll be basically sitting at 5 magic items instead of 6, if you want to keep playing. And you will be the heroes that saved Icewind Dale, and came back through time, and spent however long you wanted in ancient Netheril.
Yeah, well, Pruin's going to be going out and looking for the Kingdom of Astoria. So.
Yeah. So that was the end. What do you guys think?
Wow.
The Trask was butter, right?
Yeah.
That Tarrasque, oh my god, that thing can do some damage in a hurry.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good. It was really good. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love like exploration-y type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which this is chock full of.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the getting through the force field was kind of fun, right? I thought that whole
Yeah.
piece of it was kind of fun. I'm glad that we didn't have to cast, 8 different spells, right? Because then it would have got really muddy. But,
Right. Yeah.
But I will go down and I will wake my wife up and tell her that I'm the one that killed the demi-lich. So the only hit
With
I
a
did.
staff of charming, or was that with Shillelagh?
There's a staff of charming.
Shillelagh.
Oh, Shillelagh.
Oh, speaking of, I give that back to you.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That was a hell of a strike with that Shillelagh staff, too.
Oh, I know. I feel a little like Babe Ruth calling that crit.
That was
So
Yeah, that was spooky.
yeah,
That was good.
yeah. So no, that couldn't have gone any better. So it was awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for playing. You guys were great. I'll be running plenty more games. I don't have any campaign planned right now, but you guys will all be on the short list if any of you are interested. I unfortunately won't have space for all the people I like to have play, but it's been a pleasure playing with you guys.
No, absolutely.
Thanks, Tom.
Everybody.
You bet.
Thanks so much.
Can
Wait.
we level up after that one, by the way?
You can. You can go up a level if you want.
Wait,
Is the next one an Adventure League 09? Is that a level 10? Tier 1 or tier 2?
It's actually tier 2. The next one eventually is tier 2. You don't want to say level 10.
We don't want level.
Yeah. Magic items to split up. So you guys got a staff of power. I don't know if it was destroyed though when I'll have to check and see. I will verify what magic items you guys got and send them out.
Right, perfect.
Awesome.
We have to surrender one of those to be brought back to
Yes.
present.
To bring. Yeah. It takes a wish spell to come back.
Okay. That's just surrendering a
Surrendering a
What
magic item.
level? Magic item. Okay.
So yeah, if you stay level 10 after the adventure, you would just surrender one of your magic items, and you'd have them all back when you raise a level.
Okay.
And just so that I make sure that I know the rules correctly, one of those 3 items can be a +1 weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them.
It's not
Actually,
like-
you can take as many +1 weapons as you want, up to your level
Okay,
of magic
gotcha.
items.
But they do count towards your 3 count.
They do count, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, I'm not giving up one of my magic items, so I'll have to level up to level 11,
Yeah.
get a generic magic item, and give it up.
Yep. And then you'll be
You
at
can figure
5
it out.
until you hit level 17.
Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. Can you give up a generic magic item?
Well, you just lower your max by 1. And yeah, if you don't have a magic item, you're just actually reducing the magic item slots you have. That's what you do.
Oh,
you can-
so
'cause you can
going
always
from
take a
3
generic.
to 2.
Yeah, because you can always take a generic once you're a tier 2, and so you always have a magic item you can give up, and you just give up a slot basically. So your magic item maximum is reduced by the one you give up until you reach the next tier, and then it resets to full.
And and how many can you have for tier 2?
Tier 2, you can have 3.
3.
Okay.
So you can have 2, and if you play one tier 2 adventure with those 2, then you can go to your next level into tier 3, and you'd have all 6 available.
Okay.
But I started tier 3 at 11, so
So you are going to be 5 max until you hit 17th level.
yeah.
All right.
I honestly think I'm just going to level Prune up to 11 and then leave him back in time.
Well,
He-
Tony's
he's
in
like-
an existential crisis because now no one's heard of his younger brother Daniel.
It's
Like-
a lot younger brother now.
Woo! And I can pay out of my own pocket to get somebody in this ancient Ythryn to greater restore me.
Oh yeah, you guys are all going to need some greater restorations, aren't you? Was there anyone whose
Yeah.
max hit points weren't reduced?
Who wasn't?
Yeah. Otherwise, I think you need 500 gold pieces of greater restoration, which I'll take just out of the
Yeah.
bundle treasure and split it amongst y'all.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
so we'll do that.
Awesome.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for playing.
Absolutely.
Everyone
Thanks
have
so
a good
much.
night.
You too.
Thanks, Tom.